Yade ye be ye ni ewo niema bi ho. Na edi nkae no moma me mo Sankofa me mo me ho abaso. Ai yese nchene nkamfo no ho nanso Sankofa moma me nkamfo me ho. Edi enti na me bo me ho abaso. 3 days ago na me ye program wa ha. Ena grandpa ene I think say grandpa ene shake eba abe kan say omoko Islamic platform bi so na they were discussing Islam and all of them were mentioning Sankofa name. Na medina no omo boni nyina no ene say woma jema tum say me ma render book na ye frɛ ne Quran no ma render useless. Because omasema omo kan wo page ho ne say Quran na me kan no eye me ame Sankofa na me twero ye Quran no aya na me de beto so a me kenka me nyina ye hwe bi no ye nyina ye ni da so e kenka bi no even Muslims ne ba ha wo mutime kenka Arabic ne hunu say Arabic ne wo mu no eye correct no wo mo say eye me ankasa na matwere sa Quran no. Okay, so minim say enkrofo we hu mi say meye nimudefo to extend say me ankasa metimi atwere Quran e dia ko Arabic im asa translated dia ko English wasa dia betwi mu. And also marenda the book no periomo kan marenda Quran useless because Quran ne say if you think say Prophet Muhammad F4J Quran na bring a book like unto it. Bring a book like unto it. Nessa me Sankofa metimi di a book like unto the Quran Abba. A mekenkai brofono kenkai twino na omo ye Muslims ne ba bekenka Arabic na wo mu hu said the matche no Arabic nim the same thing na wo mu book nim ho. I have brought a book like unto the Quran into marenda Allah ne challenge the marenda useless. You see, when they can't beat you, they will not join you, but they will go around beating. They will go around beating around the bush. What I say? They will be going around beating the bush around the bush. What would you say? Sankofa, we cannot stand him. When it comes to logic, we can't. When it comes to the Quran interpretation, we can't. Because yanan kasana Quran yensiya ye. Eye malams, any yen sheikhs, any yen scholars, any yen Quran teachers ni di animo ke kanchire ye no. Eno neda yentirim. Yensiya ye. So say ye kase sa enimudiam fiamfiana ye sheikhs ni ye malams de ma ye no. Enchire mu fiamfia bia ye sheikhs ni ye malams de ma ye no. Ye di kodina Sankofa animo obe render ye useless. So ye ba ye bete tredi na ye tie no. Ye kodru platform onni soa na ya kodwa ye numu ho. Mo ya mema come and meet Sankofa. Quran mo se me and me ana matchro no ma fabricating semono. Bra come up here. Bring your own Quran. Read the original Quran a wo no. Nebe kinkai Sankofa Quran a wo no. Nebe chire say Sankofa we do a wo kan ne ye Quran nim. Ya kan ya ni say na tie ha wo die nanim. If you can't beat Sankofa, okay, join me or keep your mouth shout. Nothing say na hwe. Thank you for making me number one. Now, and that topic na ye be ye no. Eye ensem bia Muslims no tai kan ededa oma no. Okay, a wo mo tai kan. Omu ni hu ni mu de. Musa jasa wo send me message wo WhatsApp no. Wo yes I may block you. I say mama wo chance wo. E wo me WhatsApp page on TikTok ama wu jimi hu too much o. Wudi nkwa say me block wo TikTok a block wo me WhatsApp page o. Me mpesa ane ma no. Okay. Yen to ankomo no so. Omo ye nkrofo bi a. Nimudia wo mo wo nyina no ye atesem. Nimudia omo wo no nyina no ye atesem. Atesem no ye nia omo maamenom ene omo papa no maka kire wo mo. na omanya sa asem kro na afiri omo malamse ne omo shakes ho ewo esom ni mu the Quran and the hadith ne omo som ni mu no ne omo maame no na omo papa no maka kire omo ne omo malamse ne omo shakes ne kan ya omo tie ya ne omo maame no na omo papa de ne ye pe no omo fron se sa na tie asem ba ko ya no omo kani omo se omo Muhammad no wonkum nipa da sasem wo ya asem wo ya no omo ta kan wo platform yi so na anytime bia no omo beka no ya na ya me se me pon a me ntwere mfanto na the next day me dia be program me pon no na me urefi but enra I don't know why ya sadia ne ba me trim immediately me twere de to ho se na me ba ya sa topic no mo amen kan kire mo ma men kan kire mo se mo pe wudifo pa watena asase so a akomhyefo a abawi ase nyina upe de oye wudifo a mo Mohammed na ye number 1 akomhyefo forget about ombeka kire say Europeans they buy and Christianity buy and omo komunipa bebrebe Christianity ba no komhyeni be na ne di Christianity bi and Christians e buy na nim ba Africa no komhyeni be na ne di anim di ombe komunipa okay yeah can mo dia mo fra omo akomhyefo omo free the so called nyankopon the azumi nyankopon na mu azumi no bibisa mo say wo mo dodo sen ena mu hunu se wo mu di akonko komunipa se di omo pe mamen kan sam kire mu Muslims no okay de tie nie se bo ba me Sankofa me platform so a ebeya better de ama mo say mo be keep mute na mo tie nsam no America no me wi a me ma proofs from the Quran from the hadith to back me nsam no America no wi a kwana kokotena se wo check the story of Muhammad or die Emma yekum 700 to 800 Jews a day 700 to 800 Jews a day Muhammad dina ne na so or die ma yekum sa nkrofo no but enye no so na meba me de wan kasa wo Quran no me be ma aya bi wo Quran nim after the aya no me busa question bi wo aya na me be ko to dia ma no wo ye kremoni na wo fu se obeba so a me pa chawo aya na me be kan no ne question na me de beto so no bo modin se obe notice aya no de ato na wo hye question na me bisa ne nso wo be hye ne nso na wo ba so wa ba be answer sa question ne de ama me with all due respect okay now me no ba be kan asem bi e wo Quran nim Quran no aka asem bi na ansem a okan aye no se wo ye Muslim na wo say wo komhwani no aye fe ne Muhammad enkum nipa da wama Quran na dane atoro de edi kan na wama Quran because we know say when it comes to the Quran you Muslims you know you are proud always in front of the disbelievers to make the Quran lie yenin se mono mu twantro de ato Quran so mu nsuro mu twantro de ato komhwani ne so mu nsuro mu twantro de ato Allah so mu nsuro yenim mo eya atade ne aduane a mo hye adie eyempa mo da so eyemubuta mo de alola every day atro eyemudui a mo di twiri mo se atro eyemo jalebi a mo de hye atro eyemo mountain a mo de se ho ebusu nkotobe bompa ye da bia no atro akam ho akoye se 5 daily prayers atro akoye se akoye se kremoni ne mpaboa o cherishe atro akoye se aturo akoye ade a even atrompo esombo che Muhammad ne alampo because in Islam atro eye allowed de ma obia enti omo ba no omo nim sa asem a wo kan eye ne kurempo a de omo be kan se oboa de omo betumi akan no when it comes to say omo disprove a na omo dane omo ni wo kan Islam asem no na omo so ko kan Christianity asem yan hwade Mame no uni nkomo kito. Mame ma aye bi wo Hawaii. Mame ma aye bi wo ha ne hwade. Hwe aya no. Mame ya ne ketwa. Why? Cause a heat grow, your friend say gray rock, cause the heat. Surah to Anfal. Surah to Anfal. Surah to Anfal. Okay. Ayat number 67. Asemene that's one. What say? It is not for a prophet to have a captives of war. The statement, you know. It is not for a prophet to have a captives of what? War. It is not for a prophet to have a captive of what? War. Okay. Until he inflict a massacre upon Allah's enemy. Bro, for that kind, you know what you say? Okay. Was say it is not for a prophet to have a captive of war until he inflict a massacre upon the enemies of Allah. And before say a prophet of Allah, ebenya captives of war no. What assignment be a was way? I did assignment until say obe massacre until say obe inflicted massacre upon the enemies of Allah until say obe kum Allah tamfo. Okay, enti a prophet of God no and answer a prophet of Allah no eye hwan ho asem na ye kan wa ha sa wo si Muhammad enkum nipa da hwan ho asem na ye kan wa ha Muhammad no captives of war na wo bi anane woni bi se na Muhammad e wo captives of war there any Allah si before say wo benya captives of war no e was say or he inflicted massacre upon the enemies of Allah before he will and I say before he can have a captives of war. So Muhammad no na owo captives e wo fie na wo ya wo ma wo didi wo mu rough and wo twa Muhammad ho hia all this man na odidi wo mu rough na o twa ne ho hia wo didi wo mu rough they were all captives of war. And before say obetumi anya those captives of war no e wo se wo no komcheni ni wo kum enipa Allah atamfo ansa nipa chew Allah atamfo se komcheni ni kum wo mu a wo kum nipa ana wo kum nipa mi bisawo enti se wo ya kremoni na wo gina baabi na wo ka se wo komcheni nkum nipa da Quran na some or kan ya no what did the Quran atem? Because you know say Muhammad was having captives of war. You know what I'm talking about. And Quran say before Muhammad having a captives of war no Allah man assignment or the man say e was it wo kunkum Allah atamfo. At the end was it. Or say that is some Muslims. Okay, and to say it is not a prophet to have captives of war until he inflict a massacre upon Allah's enemy in the land. Okay, in the land, you that is Muslims desire the commodities of this world, but Allah desires for you the hereafter, and Allah is exalted, might and wise. Yen country ni hade. Was it a kwan ni ho mma komsheni say obefa nomum. This say wakon edi nkunim wo asase no so ansa. Onu said ya omu twire twi ni wo ye no. Said ya omu twire twi no. This say wakon edi nkunim wo asase no so ansa. Brofo ne say until he inflict massacre upon the enemies of Allah. Me pa chaw. Until you inflict massacre upon the enemies of Allah. Any wako edin kunim me pacha o de babrofu mu a eya de kra. There be. Because they know say the omo commission ni kan na wakan kwase asem. Eye jimisam na commission ni kan. Enti omo na ye nyansafo. E wo se wo mo kan kwanya nyansa be wom nti e wo se Arabic no anase yes it said the Arabic ne said ya twa ni mpo no yense san. Okay. Enti Quran na mayate ase say Muhammad na wo ka se won kum nipa da wadi atoro because captives of war na wo bi. Okay, according to Quran Surah 33 ayat number 50 Allah ema ne kwan say wotumudi those run and possesses no otimidi wo mo and those run and possesses no eye nkrofo a they were captives of war. Even Neyere Safia was a captive of war. Neyere Safia, that is Jew nearby. She was a captive of war. And that lady, no, Muhammad call Kaiba and Wamoko Nyan Tokwano. What cumulated ni kumuna wafa and sana wonyan lady no as the captives of war. Later, lady ni better than so Muhammad did massacre a lot of people. Tell the mechanic, Jew for no. A day or die my 800 to 900 people a day. That is Muhammad for you. And it's a woka say Muhammad pada. Number one, mekani say wo ya akwara. Unimu dia won kremosumu ni mu no e wo fom. O malam se na ye ka kire wo no se wo mo dia na wo mo kan ye na wu tie dia eye na ada no wo de dada wo. They don't want to tell you the truth. Afa ma me fan call hadith nim. Na me kire one or two things be. Me de call hadith nim. Untimi disprove Quran aya we. Enti ni kwase me ha me ho continue o Quran nim. Ba me fa nko hadith nim na me nkyere oniyama. Thank you for making Sankofa number 1. Respect. Yanko. Hade ma me. Okay. Yanka asem we e was Sahih Muslim. Number 1730A. Ibn Aun reported, I wrote to Nafi, inquiring from him whether it was necessary to extend to the disbelievers an invitation to accept Islam before meeting them in fight. This was a suggestion and not obvious suggestion because when we say the Christians, and as disbelievers, and tokwa wa yene wo montem, ida so wo maka yen tokwa, ida so wo monka yen tokwa no, eye no eye ya said yes wo se ye no wo moko. Enti Nafi say wo bisa say eye se wo se wo kọ na wo sende wo mo wo ma wo mo ye aware se wo mo mede Islam ni ntuma ansa na wo mo ne wo makoko ntokwa ana yentie se de asem ne koye. Was say I wrote to Nafi. Okay, I wrote to Nafi inquiring from him whether it was necessary to extend to the disbelievers an invitation to accept Islam before meeting them in fight. He wrote in reply to me that it was necessary in the early days of Islam. That was the beginning. Okay. Why it was necessary in the early age of Islam. My yen country way. Yen uni shia ye mao en semuneni so. In the early age of Islam, that was the beginning. No, Muhammad was preaching peace. Even abosomfo or catch it almost say, Monfa mosum, menso me famesom, and yadia say, Mobeje mesumatum, and then yadia say, menso meje mosumatum, mosum ya mosum, mesum ya mesum. That was the beginning of the genesis of Islam. Jew one inch or catch it almost say, Momo nyame na mode ba ye no. Eye nyame koro no na wafre me. Makomhefo a omu pie mu no nyina. Ye ji omu di. Enwoma mukutana. Mi Muhammad nso ne me nkrofo. Ye gidi. Do ye de no. Ye no ye frɛ ye Muslims anase Islam. Ye frɛ ye Muslims. Enam so maybe mu ye Jews and Christians. Enti mu nyame no ekuta mo no ye gidi. Ena ye de no ye gidi ye gye mo ngomadi. Ena ye gye mo ngomadi. There is a time skrado Muhammad no say assembly be Jew for nche no mo ba nche for judgment or catch mo say Monko we Torah na Allah dia mamunimo. There is a law in it. Monko na monfasa law ne womuno enko jeje mo ho. Because there one fa emra Allah dia man an jeje ne ho no. Allah bebu na tendebi. So the genesis of Muhammad message, the genesis of Muhammad message, Ahmed, that is not true. I know said that is not true. You don't know. And Tinkanchem said that is not true. I said I be true and me prove chirawa. Me prove chirawa. We ya physically no unyina manim bet me bo wasuma fa fun ni ma manapie ama wo betiam wo fun no so. What did you ever catch it? Yanto come so. Okay, enti sadia we say no mu nyina ya bra na Muhammad started niema foforo no a na opedo ma me na beka wo mo ho no enti saata mo no de na fi say na eye necessary say wo kọ wo mo nchai ne wo makoko ntoko a wo bedi ka ya invite wo mo na wakachi wo mo so mo meje Islam ni ntum enti say wo invite wo mo so meje Islam ni ntum na o ma meje antum a saata mo ni momu no na utumi kotusha wo mo so bet yen hwa de Nafi said that was the early age of Islam. User, I'm not going to argue now. I'll argue later because me ye teachings me ye. Okay? Me mfre u debate. Umfre me debate. Me ye me teachings. Enti nya abotre me wi a memma kwanya ma wabem. Thank you. Yento ayen common so. O say he wrote in reply to me that it was necessary in the early days of Islam. The messenger of Allah made a raid upon Banu Mustalik while they were unaware and their cattle were having a drink at the water. He unalived those who fought and imprisoned others. On that very day, he captured Juwariya bin Arif. Nafi said that this tradition was related to him by Abdullah bin Umar, who himself was among the raiding troops. Okay? And to catch and said, Debbie. The old person we know. The early age of Islam. Say, the Islam was someone, Yabenya to me. Islam no, Yabenya Hodden, a dom diachi. Yan tro let them come out be, and I inviting Panama Islam. Sorry, Nako. What they are sorry, ya no what to wash and so. Once I wouldn't say, oh, Nekremon, Tushan is Sukunkum warmer. Because make I say, Abela Komusheni Mohammed, ko na wako kun tokwa, that is and tokwa when you and tokwa a sea. That is the war of which one? Was it Banu Mustalik, okay? Banu Mustalik, Israel for no one, okay? One more Mukoshianto. Onu wamukonya ntokwa entokwa na wanu wamukonya na wantu onkra debi wantu onkra wonu Muhammad ne nkrofo sore ahomache ena wokoto hye wo so abera na ebimu de wo mayamwo ekọ didie ahomache na ebimu de wo mayamwo akọ didie no ena Muhammad koto hye wo so no wonu womukukun ye na wo chichi binum ye wo captures wo capture wo enti enumu na wonya na yire ba akọ ye frɛ no Juwariya Muhammad yire ba akọ ye frɛ no Juwariya eye captains of war ni bi no a wonyan no enti according to Surah to Anfal say before say a prophet will get a captains of war no e was say will inflict massacre upon the enemies of Allah. Enti Juwariya was part of the enemies of Allah. And now wonu Muhammad ne nkrofo koto hye wo so na Muhammad kunkum wo mo kunkum dodo na ene wonya dodo na adom gu a prison wo mo ene wonya Juwariya for Juwariya to become his wife. So statement and say he, that is Muhammad. Enti Muhammad was part of those na omu kunkum no. Muhammad wasn't standing looking. Say momon kona mon kokon debi. Wono was part of them wo kunkum bi. That is Muhammad for you. Enti nkanda say Muhammad nkumu bi ada. Debi. Why? Wadawro. Yen to ankomon so. Yen kobio me bra another hadith ene obebo nsem. Me say topic we metumi aye part 1 aye part 2 aye part 3. There is a lot of hadith a cancer nsem related nsem say ya Muhammad di juma papa. Sa Muhammad no wodi dwuma papa yenkoi yento aso yenhwe we senso we say every al-Buhari number 3022 al-Buhari Said al-Buhari number 3022 me say sa hadith we me kaye no me were hoye nya abotre ne ti asem bi wa nya abotre ne ti asem me kai hadith we no me were hoye hey Muhammad wa yafun rough me kai hadith we me were hoye tie sa hadith we ne hwade okay. Was it Allah's messenger sent a group of answering men to unalive Abu Rafi. One of them set out and entered that is the enemy's fort. Okay. That man said, I hid myself in a stable for their animals. Okay. They closed the fort gate. Enti Muhammad nana pese ye kum nkrofo obi mano na wobo obidini se opese ye kum se nipa ne mano ena one of them no sorry gina se meko akoye okay enti de ba ni se na nipa na okokunu wa ayemwa enti woko odini hu kosie e wa ayemwa ne ntem onte se ayemwa ni gate no yetum yento ankomon so okay. Was it later they lost a donkey of theirs, so they went out in its search. Enti actually no omo donkey ra enti omo pie se omo kwa akorehwe donkey no okay. I too went out along with them, me no omo kwa pretending to look for it. Enti midi womochi abela no omo kwa akorehwe donkey no midi womochi enu omo said ye pretending said ye me kwa akobo omo akorehwe aboa no hwe ekwan ya wo fa so akokum obidiama Muhammad hwe ekwan ya ofa so edi akokum obidiama Muhammad yo Muhammad say yanku sa nipa ne ma no enti wodo no eyisu strategy bia wodi bekum nipa no yento ankomo no so it was say they found the donkey and entered their fort, and I too entered along with them into omuhunu aboa no ena omura omo yard na wonu nsure mu bi okay yento aso and I too entered along with them. They closed the gate of the fort at night and kept 8 keys in a small window where I could see them. Inti ade sign okay ade sign ena omo gate in ena omo de gate na omo tu muni safo akotu mpuma bi anim onu nani hunu baby omo de safo ane to ye yento aso okay. It was saying, when those people slept, I took the key and opened the gate of the fort and came upon Abu Rafi and said, Enti enkofone die, ena okofa safwan woko be a gate, baby Abu Rafi dan woko be a gate in woko, and wakan say, Abu Rafi, when he replied me, I proceeded towards the voice and hit him. Enti na o twen se oboda ho no opekoye obehunu baby Abu Rafi ne da okay enti obo Abu Rafi ne din ena Abu Rafi ne busa se eye hwan enu wo di voice na chi enu wo ko hiti Abu Rafi yento ankomo so was say Abu Rafi said, oh okay mama mfamfiri I took the key and opened the gate of the fort and came upon Abu Rafi and said, oh, Abu Rafi. When he replied me, I proceeded towards the voice and hit him. He shouted, and I came out to come back, pretending to be a helper. I said, oh, Abu Rafi, changing the tone of my voice. Enti abera okwa hiti Abu Rafi ne konhoma Abu Rafi tiem. Enti o tiem no and now one on sa ye no snake underground and was saba and was sisan ne be yet said ye oba ba bebo abu rafi e wo de ato ne montiamu na wo tiam no wo bebusa ne said ye na ato no enti ne voice na wodi ka de kasa ye no was sisan voice no e ma different voice no wodi busa wodi call abu rafi nti abu rafi enhunu ni pakoro Jumadi we say no nyina no ye Muhammad na asoma say won kokum nipa ma no yenkwai yenhwe was say he shouted and I came out to come back pretending to be helper. I said, oh Abu Rafi, changing the tone of my voice. He asked me, what do you want? Woe to your mother. I asked him, what has happened to you? He said, I don't know who came to me and hit me. Then I drove my sword into his belly and pushed it forcibly till it touches the bone. Then I came out filled with, okay, enti osako ni nche biem ena ode na da ko ni nche ya se de okokrokro no Abu Rafi de na to awo tie na bla ni nyina na opese oben no, okay, na opese oben no na hunu de asie ti oben ni na wo hunu no na wo twe ne sekai na wo se wo de sekai ne wo ne yam kopem se sekai de kan ni dompe yento ankomo no so. Okay, enti yento aswe. Was say, then I came out filled with was it the puzzlement and went towards a ladder of deers in order to get down, but I fell down and sprained my foot. I came to my companions and said, I will not leave till I hear the wailing of the women. So I did not leave till I hear the women bewailing. Abu Rafi, onase mechiao pa. Enti ento aso. Was it so I did not leave till I hear the women bewailing. Abu Rafi, the merchant of the PF Hijaz. Then I got up feeling no ailment, and we proceeded till we came upon the prophet and informed him that. Enti komisheni man aduma se onkokum obi ma no. Okay. Enti ojeto no ho so obekọ akokum no. Said ye kenkai na at the end of the day no. What you kotwe sekai timi de nada kotwe sekai wo nipa ne yam sekai ma sekai ne kokan ne dompe. Eno kora no wo se wonyi ni se wowu. E wo se wo twen na wote se e ma ye dede na se ma ni isu. Ansan wo hunu se nipa ne wu ampa otwen. Eti se ma ni isu ana se ma ni ye dede no hunu se wowu. Ena wo di mirika no wo sei nachi. Ena wo kobo komisheni amane se makuno. Okay. Enti se wo kasa wo Muhammad yankumu nipa da wo ye trofo because onu Muhammad ne soma ma ye kokum de mano wonu ankasa kum na ye kum nso de mano me wie yo ma me nsa ma another hadith. Okay, I'm another hadith. Thank you. Yento aso my name is Sankofa no kre wo betimi asearch me e wo YouTube nso me wo videos bebre wo ho videos from 2015 up to 2025 10 years in here. And I'm yes, I do. Yeah. So anything that you want to learn, they want the person who follow YouTube page, you know. Share videos, you know. Ubenya and send me say obeti baby. In Islam, and ya walk above for city Muhammad, Obano na nimu nyina yemfuturu. Minim se bofo no Obano na what pick up more. Se Obano ponkono anu wotene so Obano. Namirika because Jumedi na obedie no odi edu a mekan hadith ndi ama ne nyandro nteko anu tu nya abotere ma mento ankomo no so afi I think say yankai sa hadith we senso ne hwade if you will. Okay, we say ye Sunan Abu Dawud. Okay, Sunan Abu Dawud book 2 number 1 number 1244. Sunan Abi Dawud. Yes, where that say on na Muhammad what desert so Muhammad desert Sunan what here enti angel na ba ne nchen no say baby na engine ni free ba na kwaiwa ala e ma no aba no wo ma ni ko say wo ma ni ko si Agades enti okosi ni je ena ala panashi ni enti say okofa pick up wo Agades en wodi wo ma copy Saudi Arabia enti na mfuturo aye engine ni tirimu ni nanimo no nya abotre me be kan dia ma e ya me Sankofa no wo hia me no nya abotre na bie ni nyina so dia ma bet ye ni kan we ni ehwa de. Book 2, Hadith number 1244. This is from Sunan Abu Dawood. Was it narrated Abdullah bin Unais, Apostle of Allah, may police be upon him. Send me to Khalid, okay, bin Sufyan, al-Hudali. This was towards Urana and Arafat. He, the prophet, said, go and unalive him. And the second time, Commissioner Mohammed Suma said, Yenkonkokun will be mano. This is the second time. Or Suma said, Yenkokun will be mano. Religion of peace. Religion of peace. Religion of peace. And a commissioner or the peace by or Suma ma Yekokuma man for mano. Yankonkoman is right. Okay. And you was saying, go and unalive him. I saw him when the time of the afternoon prayer had come. I said, I am afraid if a fight takes place between me and him, that is Khalid bin Sufyan, that might delay my prayer. Enti wohu ebera wohu nipa no ne commission suma ne se wonkonku kunu no. Na time so say wo ye prayers awia. Time on wo de be ye prayers awia no mu na wo hunu say nipa no se da bi. Misro say entokwa be koso wo menene ntem. E wo time wo se me ye prayers entokwa be koso wo menene ntem. E be delay me. E ma mi ntumi ye prayers no. Enti he ma me kan sam kire o. E ma ne nya wa say Muslims de sikai atu nipa trim, atu nipa minim. Wo kum nipa no otem Allahu akbar. Wo be kum nipa so na wo bompa ye wo ridi Quran wo be kum nipa. Wo kum nipa awie na seka da ne nche ne wo ye sala. Eya adia practice na omo practice ye no. Enti hwe kwan ye nipa ne fa so bompa ye. Ene kwan yo fa so okokum nipa no. Tie. Ye nto ankomo no so. I said, I am afraid if a fight take place between me and him, that is Khalid bin Sufyan, that might delay the prayer. Okay. I proceeded walking towards him while I was praying, making a sign. Enti odininte wo hunu nipa no e wo se wo kunu, but e wo se wo delay so na wo bompa ye wi ansan wo kum nipa no because time was wo de bompa ye na so enti no odininte no na obompa ye wo ni trim with a sign or yes sign na ode bompa ye na wo di nipa ne nten kakran no wo di nte enti no won to me nyina ho because wo gina ho no mo se wo gina fa akosa wo bompa ye no enipa ne beko nipa ne kwa hwan na wo kobusa no ala ani afira ala naso asi ala yemum ontumi nkasa onhunu ade ena ontumi nkyere no enti wo se me di nten kakran na me yes sign de bompa ye kopim se me mpa ebo ni besi ye nto ankomo no zo. Okay. I say, when I reached near him, he said to me, who are you? I replied, a man from the Arab. It came to me that you were gathering an army for this man. That is the prophet. Hence, I came to you in connection with this matter. He said, I am engaged in this work. Then I walked along with him for a while. When it became convenient for me, I dominated him with my sword, okay, until he became cold dead. Until he became cold dead. Enti waya ne sign ni we bompa ye we no oben no say minia might be Arab ni bi aba me nchen say wo kada enkrofo e de atia ablante aye fere Muhammad and was here and was so okay ntino ase woni ni di nkoma kopem say obetimi a convince no na wonya no na wodada nipa na ne convince ni ye adwuma ni wono nso tete no an wono nso twen sekai and I furu wode wo no akopem se nipa no wo kun no ma nipa ne be ye nyunu me pa cha wote ye wey eye Muhammad insa no adwuma enti nkase Muhammad nkum nipa da wey eye Muhammad insa no den adwuma enti nkase Muhammad nkum nipa da me se na wo akomhyefo abawiase nyina o pe wo bia na nani bere nipa kum a na nani bere nipa kum pa eye Muhammad se wo sai Muhammad ho a wonya akomhyeni bia bia akomhyefo do amumuji omudie de na nani bere nipa kum na nipa kum ye eye ne proudity pa no wuyi Muhammad a me pa cha wonya bio yentu ankomano so yentu ankomano okay mama mo another hadith na I think say me fan komoni si na me nkopa ne so na yenu anom no a ya bo no na pick me no send the request na twem or inbox nim me last hadith na me kai no send me the request wait for me in the inbox be ba be pick you then you come to disprove me Sankofa dia wo kan and tesa thank you great medasi yen hwa de wey every Sahih al-Bukhari number 2813 Sahih al-Bukhari number 2813 narrated by who? Aisha, the mother of all believers, the 9 years baby girl, the 9 years baby girl will engage with sex or engage in sex with 54 years man or no narratives our story because assembly see when him it was a when Allah messenger returned on the day of battle enti komsheni akon aba wakodi ewu ni bia wa bere wakodi ewu ni bi wa bere ti de hwa de o say when Allah's messenger returned on the day of battle of al-Akindak, that is strange, he put down his arms and took his bath. Then Gabriel, whose head was covered with dust, okay, came to him saying, you have put down your arms by Allah. And or say, you have put down your arms by Allah. I have not put down my arms yet. Allah's messenger said, where to go now? Gabriel said, this way, pointing towards the tribe of Beni Qurayza. So Allah's messenger went out towards them. Enti Muhammad yakọ akon wakodia wuni bia wa bere. Okay, wakodia wuni bia wa bere. Enti wakodia wunu a wa bere no be afie no se ma bere ma mempe nsu obi nwu me ho na mempe baabi na me relax na ma bere. Ewudie ni dooso. Hey! Na Allah abuafu nipa dodo a wose wokum wo mo no wonkum wo mo wie nti Allah so wo ma Muhammad kwan wo soma anti Gabriel esanse na engine ne mpese Muhammad be dware no wakọ akoda because Muhammad nye dware wie no wokowura dem say kim Aisha wo ho no obekọ akobutu tweso enti ni kwan sa wotwen na engine dimirika ena wo firi suru sa na hu obebo fom pu ena fom pu na obebo ye no menim se pick up na wo fa yo say a bicycle na wode ba yo say eye motor no wode ba yo say eye efunumu no wo fa yo say a ponko no wo fa yo minim enti mirika na oba ne doso nti Aisha se obeduru ne mfuturo aye ni tiri hu nyina ama enji ni beduru ya no ne mfuturo aye ni tiri hu nyina ama oba ya ene ye okada long john on the yokada ne mfuturo abo no se there so mfuturo abo engine because mirika no wode ba na no wode mission was Muhammad accomplish before say obekọ akọwuro tokuro mu no wonya accomplish to oba no ka kire Muhammad say wode wakodi agu form na no wose da bi ni nyamfa makodi agu form yet eno obusa say yire fa na menko Chire me baby amenko. Ena enje no de ne nsatene ne nkrofo bi a onko wo mo so. Ena Muhammad sasesa na konde. Ena otam na kode kan ne ho. Ena wo call towards them. E de wo koye. Okokum nipa. Okay. Okokum nipa. And this is what the Quran and the Hadith is saying about Muhammad. And don't you ever ebiana wanted that unu da because minimum say mon pa kenkai mon pa disua muni mo hwe de mo te na mo ka no eye de mo mate na mo ka bie mo ankasa mon kenkai mo ankasa mon hwehwe ne mo hu ene Sankofa ma jemere ma betena se ma bie mo de a kire wo enti next time bia wo ya kremonia enkodina platform bia so nkada say Muhammad nkumu ni pada. Once Muhammad was having captives of war any wakum nipada because according to Surah to Anfal say unkum nipa untumi nya captives of war. Thank you. Amen ko panel so na men ko peke me guest. My name is Mr. Sankofa, aka the nightmare of the Muslims. Thank you. Amen ko platform so na peke fa guest na afi hunu said ye bisi aye ne amade afara etimi aboa na aye kama why tine yanko Bobby memo ma ask a question, they will ask questions by force. They should learn. Hey Muslims na am what down no pick me where are you guys mo jana me boa me call mu nipa me inbox won your friends say omo send a request to inbox no me hunu Muslims nipa me no me hunu Muslims ba kokora wo. But when I started, no, they were saying, say, pick me. Me say, me Sankofa no, minimum strategy. The di ka catch them say, me strategy, you may deal with say, no, 10 years in here, and the minimum strategy. Omobana wo ye teaching, sir. For them not to allow you to continue what you are saying, you know, Ombe catch us say, pick me. Say, if you are in rush, now go pick one more. They will come with an argument. Now, oma bad diverted topic, you know. The old person will come to menka. Ubon say, womu di mua. Now one can't do better. But me Sankofa, a son say, minim almost strategy inti. Maha in the middle of me teachings, you know. Maha me can't tell me say, me pick a wabra, me pick a woda. Now, it can never happen. Me that's it. I feel my men go forward one yamera. Nyamba ene do good momra na omomomo de mamen kofa Mr. Nyamba mpacha ubetumi picture be na mde atuma chemba ya ma TikTok aba be okay nyamba me pacha ubetumi akasa dia ma ye mo akwa aba do good
Sankofa sisi amense krade mtu de waban manenkasa.
Okay, any ye ma Mr. Do kasa ma Mr. Do me pacha ye mo akwa aba ubetumi akasa e dia ma ye Mr. Dugu don't count Eddie striker me pacha what
Hey, how are you, my brother?
I'm doing well, my brother.
Okay. Yeah, actually I can speak I can't speak Twin very well. You know,
but no problem, you can speak English, don't worry.
But I want you to do me a favor. Can you call your group scholar, like your group preacher, to come and compete with me? Because I don't think you're enough for me to discuss. You're not enough for me to discuss with you. Because your knowledge is not up to that standard.
Don't worry, my group leader don't have time right now. So just go ahead. If you think I am not strong, I cannot do a discuss with you. If you think my knowledge is a little bit down, don't worry yourself.
Okay, you just then go back and study so that you have that capability.
Okay, no problem.
That capacity, okay?
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
So I don't want to waste my energy like you wasting your energy and blah blah. Okay. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? Next
Bye-bye.
time when your group is there, you can invite me.
Okay, no problem. I
All
did
right.
not invite you, and I'm not going to invite you ever on my platform.
No
You
problem.
choose to
No,
go on
no
the program.
problem.
So anytime you will see my group leader here, you will come and then request we will bring you up.
Exactly,
Because
because
I don't
I
have
can't
time
talk with
coming to look for
someone who
you to
doesn't
invite you.
memorize Bible.
Don't worry yourself.
All right,
Okay,
all
don't
right.
worry. Okay,
Okay.
next time. Next
Okay.
time. Okay. Hey.
Sankofa.
If you can't beat me, just join me, okay? If you can't beat Sankofa, join Sankofa. If you think my knowledge is not up to your level, and you know that what I'm saying here is a lie, you just came up here, you were given the opportunity to join us, then you begin to disprove me, then you disgrace me to. Do you know how many people watching the video right now? We are more than 100 people watching the program right now. Nyaba mpacha ubetumi akasa mo.
Sankofa. Hey, I play the
Okay, me pacha. Let me pacha. My main message we my guy no. The name was what? If you are still watching, let me give you this a little bit advice, okay? If you are still watching, next time, don't come on my platform without coming with your Prophet Muhammad or your Allah, because I need those two people. They are the people who can compete with me, not you abdos, not you slaves. I repeat, not you slaves. There is no slave of Allah and Muhammad on the surface of this earth who can compete with me when it comes to the Quran and the Hadith. If I bring a topic here, you can never defend it. So next time, anytime you want to come up here, okay, try to come with Allah or Muhammad. These are two people I'm looking forward for. You guys are just a little case. I will just give you to my little boy. My little boy is now 3 years old. I can give it to him and he's going to disgrace you. Don't joke with Sankofa. I'm here waiting for Allah and Muhammad. Thank you. Yantuan comment so. Me bacha oti anka nyaba. Say nyaba you busy. Yes. Malik, wo ya be ma send the request de bra. Enye look at you nye de bi asem. Would you me say me Sankofa. Me jimi hu dinti. Na me ba na ma so camera si me so. Okay? Na ma baye teachings. Everything that I want to say about the book called Quran and the Hadith and your God and your so-called prophet Miriam. Na mama wo kwan say wo ye be ma John me. Hey, unsuro Sankofa ohun. Unsuro me. Unsuro Sankofa me boa. Obi a okasawi a wo ma wo kramoni chance say wo ye be ma ti say wo no a bra ne be face no. Muntumi mad munsuro me ohun. Mo ba na mo be ya abo. Me say munko bo Muhammad katrem say according to hadith was ya komshefo no wo mo body no Allah aye na chiwade de ama asase nte still ne body nda so ye flesh e hye ba bi esi no munko body prum na munya no na Christopher so mu Jesus wo ye wonyane mon kanche Allah na wonya miracle this time around wonya miracle bi no wonya Muhammad say abrantie bi si wo hia no TikTok ombra no me face no kamedi wonu ankasa ni book no besa kire na de mesa me na hunu yiye se messages na engine ne be ede no eye useless say na nka wo se wo gitum na wo ma ye twere esan se wonu ankasa wo ye limited in thinking no messages ne ba ye no eno ansa wo kan no wa me atwere me wa ha wai aha mema no mon send request amamra mema mon titi bini. Okay, enti yanto ankomo no so se de medi ka kan ye no. Good evening Baron GH. Se de medi ka kan ye no eye ato aya apo bi anase asem bi a makomhye mo di kanfo na di monimo no aka kire mo said de me kan ye no Isra mo de wu twa ntro na de age sum na si wono grandpa at times wu twa ntro na de age sum na si wono de eye one of formal priority so enye shake bia den ena enye malamu bia den ana enye any of them bia no scholars di bia den so obetwa ntro de akire but me Sankofa obaha I will not lie to you. I will tell you what the Quran is saying. I will tell you what the Hadith is saying. And I'm going to show you whatever your prophet did that. Yede ehon adwene foforo na ahye otiremu no. Surah to Anfal aka say. Akonya ni ho ma komisheni bia. Say obenya the captives of war. Akonya ni ho ma no say obenya bi. Until say enti before say ubenya captives of war no you have an assignment that you should do as a prophet. You have an assignment that you should do. In that case Allah ordana kom shefo ne say captives of war lawful for you to get them, lawful for you to have sex with them, lawful for you to use them as you want, use them anyhow. But before I would allow you to get that captives of war, what you should do for me as Allah, as the deity, as the stone, as an idol, what you will do for me, he say, you will do me one favor. Just inflict massacre upon the enemies of Allah. Who were those enemies of Allah? A man, because a man was given to them as emphasobia and tokonechino. You are going to use them as your sex machines. Entine omukum memano na omojai man. Even womukum pa memano according to hadith. Womo cheke wo womo che na wo ye bema. Ye wo se bema omo cheke wo hu se wo hu afunwi a womukum. Se wo hu afunwi a no omoja because womo nim se sa atam no de. Omo betime de nkremo somo na tetewo. Ama wunyini no se wo hu mfuo no na esom na diti wa adwenim na wa bagye som no de atom. But omochi no omo hu se wo hu afu a ewo so omukum. Enti Muhammad was one of the great persona what na asase so ni greatness ni nyina ne se ni nipa kuma wo kum ye no. Wonno tumi order na watena se no one ne nkorofo na fa plan. Hwan omo kokum one guy bi saa. Sa hadisi na wa menya merenkai na wonim kwan a wo mo call ne nchen ekokokun no me wura fi guy ni din kakra me wura fi ni din me wura fi ni din wo mo call ne nchen na wo ye defo okay wo ye defo na defo na wo ye no wo mo call ne nchen no no wo mo kopele kuno kan se o ye bepe bosia na edie na wo pese yem fancy a wo di kaka se wo mo yere nom no wo mo se da bi wo mo mbarom no wo mo so da bi nti nkomo ne ko so ama ekoye na da bi te se ne yenko na yenko fa ade ma wunsi a wo wa se de be ya bosia na ye bepe no wo benya de ama ye wo mo dada brante ne di ni firifie e de ne ba abontene be kum no wo mo de ne ba abontene ba be kum no because na Muhammad say opi obe kum no ama no. And now, one of them, was say, Mame Quine, Name Kotantro, Namin to me Yanin Kuno, and to me Kotade say, Me Kokan some dear goo commission who fin ewan in him. And Mohammed say, Mamma was our quine. Ko, Nakokadia upebia, said the Baya ube to me a dad and one yan kuno dia mammy because one kunua me commission in a year, and yet ain't sipo. Ensipo eye niam mienu na ala de share mensa se me dwumadie mienu na ala de share mensa me mekum nipa na me nitwe enti sa ohwe hadith na ye kai from side muslim no Muhammad koku ekodi akon wo kokum nipa wo ba na wo bedare na wo beto ahye Aisha so no wo ni bia asema ala ka kire nje say ko ka kire Muhammad say ne competition na me de ma no on fof onya nwie ye oniru ne remit one sign one ya dade na wo dare ne kura na won konko toazo won kokum ni pamfama me na engine dimirika abo minim kremofo ya me wono sem futuro enti emfuturo aboni free heaven hosa wo be through desert hono ena menim se bicycle no fire bicycle kora nke emfuturo mbo no eye american wo tu ye because wa tu america de wo tu a ebom futuro ana se ebia wo free pick up ana wo fro pragea ana wo fa ponko enti emfuturo no ma aisha si wo beduru ye nani tiri hu nyina ye emfuturo na sanse na Muhammad di mu ni ntime pa cha wa kasa ase ma meken engine we no ye kana ase mu nipa it's it out oh person pa with all due respect e mu nipa de no for mo Islam ne kro because what the hadith ni tumi ka say and Muhammad train and Gabriel for this be wa ma ba wa ma no tamo so ya engine ne ba ye no engine ne ka kire ne say wo mo abofo di wo mu suro kraman ne pa chew bofuo esuro kraman bofuo esuro kraman ah bofuo kraman ka no ni bisa wo bofuo kraman ka no opoku
Yes, Sankofa.
ya mo akwa
Yeah, me also. Sankofa, me share one what you for you na.
obia yo
Na, the woman say, Muhammad, and our prophet Muhammad. Me respect no what idea ba coupe. And yes, say Islam or the by it na me respect no. Na, mine who say Roman Empire, Eddie Chrysostom, G ewiase nyina. Na say wa anya careful. Roman Empire ebeba beji Arabian Peninsula. It is also say or say hard. No timi ji Arabian Peninsula na dey 18 ho. 18 no. Oye brave man as a conqueror or G in Crawford. Nemo, he is not a brave man as a prophet. I was say a cramofo na yes almost some no. Etino
on said the tier say me say mo makana on my platform so that say I respect Muhammad for that. If Sagana truly was a stayer, I respect him for that. Why? Because when we say Jew for a yaje wa side na boso. That is the Arabia Peninsula on the Jews and the Christians and a yaje wa boso. And woman we say woman the different culture, different tradition, and different worship all together about Arabia Peninsula. Enti se wan sorry na wan fa ne na ya ensi ho they will convince his people. They will convince people in that Arabia Peninsula for them to accept the God and the traditions now to reject
exactly
what their forefather left for them.
And one will come as one person make an one quarantine. And that was
Enti dia Muhammad ye nyina ne say e wase me sorry gina na me come ne me nkrofo bom na me tu nkrofo wo ya sekra fra Arabia Peninsula for them not to convince my people to reject what our forefather left for us.
Exactly.
Enti ya hadisa Muhammad ka say wonya Jiwni ana Kristoni ba kokora wa Arabia Peninsula except the obeba beji wonu Muhammad ne soma wo de ba ye na tum.
Etino Islam no ni nyina asia no eti Muhammad okum nipa enkramofo eye fat o de ase e ba mu nyi achinye okum nipa age ne man sa pepepepe ne ye no eti no
okum nipa je ne man eno hwemu nipa kuma okum ye no ene edem faso ama ne man
exactly
hwafi bia nipa dodo a efiri amanaman ahodo so nyina eko meka ho just to go and your friend said do some rituals around a dino a esi wo mu kro ni mfimfini no. Last year after the Hajj, Omo benefited $12 billion. $12 billion. And a year omo faso. This year, do you know an amount of money omo benya? You get it? Enti Mohammed did 40 what kubia wakunyen wakun ne nyansa wom.
Sa.
Wakode bu ane man and na hwe de desert Mohammed copies were the desert na ye. Wodi agora enka of course nka Jew for ni Christopher ne be man na boso because na even courage abusuana na Mohammed kura free mo no courage abusuana na Mohammed free mo no na wo mu wo gidie ewo your friend say Jew for ni mu enti Mohammed sorry ya wo ka say wo ye a prophet no oni mu de wo ye de courage for no ye no wo mu tu dom e ma wo mu ko Jew for ni nche ko busa wo mu say Abrantie bia sorry wo ye mu claiming to be a prophet na mo nso ye nim say eye mumu na prophet no be free ye enti no e de be question anase de be ne ye ne ehunu se eye no kura se wo ye prophet wo mo man nsem mako miensa se omomra no mebusa prophet Muhammad omoba mebusa Muhammad ka kire o mo se ade chia wo de humu ya bebere o mo eno ne ye wo ho hadisa Muhammad twa engine engine na ma mfa mu aye na amere no later than no engine edim we ne be ebere no na engine be ka chense na obefie oba no na enkanama wo honti no kanama wo fie honti amere ntumi ama because Allah abofo no musoro nkanama enti won tumi amfa enti sadia ne koye atwetwe di a na ema courage for abusua ne de twetwe Muhammad say wono na nkasa kora nensam na wo kan wonimu ne ye wo kan because question no womo akomhyefuo pie wo mu de ma wo mo cheti wo timi ma wo mo the right answer there meaning say we prophet wenya wono Muhammad koro no asa akobe jifuo no ko convince wo mo say wo mo begina tum because wo hu ye say jifuo ni gini tum as a prophet ni courage abusua no so will accept him as a prophet okọ wo nche ni wo mo so according to the Quran wo mo tro challenge man say wo mo ne wo mo nyame wa apam omo no wo mu nyame woni say obi ba say oye prophet or claiming to be a prophet from that omu nyame no omo be me na free Jeffrey soro aba be hye your friend say oferisuo I think say de Elijah ye ni bi Elijah ye ni bi yes on command e jamane mara me hye ade na nsana wo motumi agina tum say oye prophet omo kan sa asem kire Muhammad what asem Muhammad kan Muhammad ka kire omo say Allah say one kan kire omo say edikanfo ne di ka ba ne yes ansenjireni ni bi omo anyi na ani enti wono ne de ne wo ye kora mfaso ni so enti amajufo na anyi na ani biu ye wo hadisa Muhammad ka say senka wotumi nya jufo penimfo no emu mako 10 kora ma wo mu gini di ya enka wo be gaining the heart of the courage abusua no any jufo no when you be an and will can't come to her say he will not leave any Jew or Christian in Arabia Peninsula until say wa we Muslim ne de obey jail wa we Muslim no obey you wasi obey kun obey hwe omo jagu na wade wo japade afrunsem anase obey frasa ase ne so akọ so de Muhammad ne ye no me Sankofa I can never lie I respect the guy for that
yeah
but one fashion be a Yankopon be or boss or near assassin some unfound nipa be our assassin. So never Islam yet a one. Debbie.
Stop. Medase Sankofa.
Medase. Rich Junior, what was watching? Obeba na yenimu hwe wo Israel mu a brai na say what was watching and you are just a commentator. If you know something about Islam, join us. If you think can anyone now what join and what be disprove ye. No what be disprove ye. Yeah. We are always available for you anytime, anywhere. Mr. Do Good.
Minya. Ida sipa
Yeah, more
Woyɛ
qualms.
adwuma na mede tax akora mɛsen asi fam akɔtɔ ebi ni ɛsan yɛn nso adwuma pa woyɛ nti mɛsen asi fam na makɔtɔ na makɔ aba no
Yeah, that's it.
nti nyame nhyira wo paa
Yeah, that's it.
na saa nkɔɔfoɔ wei ɔmo ato mfuturo gu nipa ani akyɛ na deɛ ɛyɛ mebufoɔ ne ɔmo gyina fam hɔ it's a lie ɛyɛ lie a na waba top na wabɛka kyɛn yɛ sɛ o deɛ ɔka no ɛnyɛ sei na ɛteɛ
Simple.
na mmom ɛte sei na yɛhu sɛ saa Sankofa yɛ ɔtorofoɔ na nipa na ɔyɛ ɔtorofoɔ no montumi ndisprove na atoro no a ɔredi no na mobɛkɔ akɔka sɛ ɔno ɔuse different book na ɔde yɛ ne teachings anaa ɔde raise ne concern a ɛtwetwe ma so kakra ɛma mehu sɛ ɔyɛ too powerful ɛma mehu sɛ nipa no ɔyɛ too powerful because sɛbi meyɛ kristoni sɛ obi ba na ɔde another book called Bible na ɔkan biribi a ɛwom na ɛwɔ me Bible na mekura no mu na obi ka kyerɛ me sɛ ɛnyɛ me Bible na okura different Bible a I have to calm down and listen to the person na mehunu nimpa no kwan ɔfa so a wotumi enya another book called Bible a ɛte sɛ media no ɛfiri sɛ nipa no meaning sɛ ɛkwan a Muhammad fa so onya saa book no nipa no wehunu saa kwan no nti nipa no mo na ɛsɛ medi n'akyi na megyi ne nimdie ni bi na sɛ utumi ka sɛ okita another Quran a ɔde yɛ ne teachings a sɛbi na sɛ wo mmegyi nimdie ni bi na wo so nkɔ w'anim a nkyɛ sɛ wadwene ɛwɔ fam papa mehu obi ɔtwerɛ another book called the Bible otumi ɛkan na mekɔhwɛ me Bible no mu a ɛwɔ mu a I will follow the person because mehu sɛ nipa no wɔ another spirit a ɛte sɛ Paul no me de ɔmo de twerɛ epistles no enti deɛ mɛka ne sɛ sɛsie Muslimfoɔ no mmom a ɔmo si ɔmo di Ali kyerɛ no ɛmma wɔ yɛ popular than the Christian community because ɔmo nsɛm bi a ɔmo ka no kwesɛm maka downloadi Quran a downloadi hadith ɛsiane sɛ mempɛ sɛ metie wo kɛkɛ enti wo kasa na mahyɛ de ayɛbie
It shouldn't be like that. Any kwasa yes
enti wo kasa na mebie mu na mehwɛ wo kasa na mebie mu na mehwɛ unse obi betro bibi to asie ho se Quran chapter 3 is in verse 54 or say Muhammad Allah ye deceiver me ko biem fast me hweye me hu say no enye sa na oka or say oye serious planner na onu mfiriw but the wo kan ye bia me bie me hweye bia no eda ho
that serious planner no do good Arabic na ehye ho no a deceiver serious planner na ye translate na aye ne sa
okay
and you know ono na ye the best of all deceivers.
It is right. Quran chapter 3 verse 54. Osha a word na kerumakri ne part says deceiver. Nti omo change word no ba English no mo. Omo nimpa say English for who say hey if any say word ni deceiver so omo change word ni a planner. Come on, man. Muslims, you don't argue every time. They know the truth. And so, you call Muslims and be trying to throw at themselves and say,
we na your friend say,
planner.
We na me follow na me who invite bi anamaba. No, because me who say live bi anamaba. Because look at it. Mako kind me who serious planner. Wa mama beti say serious planner no eye translational error.
Oh, dear, try say. Yeah, try say obe copy Arabic no. Not translate it. You see the translation that we say ube hunu the word deceiver na sheho. Enye planner. Omo na omo de Bible of ni mo no omo ye ne sa.
And also with message YouTube, Quran chapter 3 verse 54. Omo imams no and answer straight questions. They say if any say keru makri ni a deceiver. Omo deflect it.
So So mebo waba so meka say adwuma wo ye no eye adwuma so pa na mi
Me
hu
da se.
say jimifo bi etase ho say unim Quran mu a bra kejetia market
Yeah, honey,
say
baby.
onunsu nim onunsu twin say onim a wo si obi mbra kejetia market u picture mponda u profile so
Na keje
osuma
tia market wa no hene me wa de me kwa koton na mana me koton
bisa no
nsu na me kwa de.
masa de bi aye ye support usa
Me da se, me da se. One love.
Sankofa, me
Ya
check
mo
it.
afa.
Yeah, me check you be.
Ya je so.
Sankofa nye easy. One say the tiase what they TV nkwa what ma say one say the hunde pa wi. So what tiase. Because of no who say ade ba kon ya na sometimes me tiase and say. One say kramoni e ko kan Bible a time you no who mistake or Bible mu. Kramoni so mpese Kristo ni so ko kan Quran na Kristo ni no who problem o mu. So what tiase. Say the kramoni hwese no Quran ye koroje ma no say na Kristo ni so hu ne die. Say wo hu ndi ze bu kunu mienu gi se wa obetima ati ase ndi se wa onye kramo na obetima kan mi de common sense ato na mienu ho ahwe wo hu because kramo Kristo ni ko kan Bible bia kramo ni ko kan Bible bia onya mistake bebre nso the same kramo ni common sense na wo de kan Bible hu mistake no fa the same common sense na kan Quran no wo hu Sankofa ndi ama ese na nka won se me ba me nkasa kese because Sankofa won se temper no won watima se whatever through me je twa enua ba nkyira ya de esu ya de what must respect
Mate. Amo batali me peke why mate me da se stone ya da se. Mr. Will, me pa choti yanka.
Me too nka.
Me pa choti.
Yeah, nyama ai. This Ghana aban. Sorry, me babu chat change ama fantin me ntumi. Nyanga sa original vita krade. Fantin ai ti am pese me ye na twi fantin.
Good afternoon.
Oh, ubeti good afternoon. Me pa cha ubeti me aka ne mfante. Why ubeti me aka ne mfante ubeti.
Ti wo friend adai ti wa ma wo friend we will go to other places. Now you get it like Christian Prince, some shaman, only a God logic, any na suffering.
Some Shaboon.
Almost to say wa. Into the okay bianso na aya almost wamoka. Into say cremonino. Omodi achọ mo say omun twakohwi won na yemfa ngi esumni vents wo nti de obaka bia no obi obaba by platform no so onu me ya adwena doesn't mean say ye wo ka no enim za wo omunim ne omo ye pa nti koso pa na ye na kremoni bia nso ni wa o se ne nyame no ye spiritual nti so omo se omo ni Christians worship the same God I lie. They don't believe that Namena ya sumuno or your spirits. But simple, me say, why wouldn't they believe that God is spirit? And their God no whatever. I was like that did be no CB and say or he because Christianity no missing Yangopon Yangopona ya sumuno. Ya sumuno, your boy as your spirit. You cannot see him. Aye total Muhammad no na fi so woni nipa koro na mo kasa no man no ba first no say odi enua de no de je ni sum ni si wo say Roman Catholic no o je omkru ya fa say Jewish fu na ma je omkru na amba so aye say ya mo hype Muhammad aye Muhammad adwen bosum na wo kru mu no na omia Muhammad omiano ono de ne ye ne nkwase adwuma say Jewish for na me no de abokuru oni Christians na me no de abokuru mu ono omo na me ne be ha dwene okuru mu nti e say ono bosom no ogine na aso no odisi was nyama mu say we read the Old Testament ni New Testament na the law na Moses na asefo na nya de ba ye no mu say kremonyame no oni Muhammad omugu ni nyina that shall not kill omuboku ni mpa that shall not lie Allah say I say will lie to defend a religion omu say you and your partners say you marry and you become one. Mohammed Bayo said Dabi. I saw worry 4. No, I saw worry 13 was the same. 11 was the 13 was the same. Well, be a yomu count the previous books in now. On it Niala no. Omo buy by saying na. Omo a sunfufu crown at the buy. Oman fa Oman bamba ye, I'm a confirming as a bizarre. I had the work of the demon or work abanimon. Oh no, Gina Pintim, I mean,
Opese
ma
Roman
Obia and Bamba Hadri.
Esther.
I won't chromo. I said, the wolf here, Obia about say, or the issue who for be, and Antwa, and I say,
I'm a man Christians
go
where they
forward, how I go.
spread
Me pacha wa
do
wo kasa
crusade
wo
near
tem
the
you to homa me why. Opoku
Afina Christianity no edge as a Roman Empire na edge.
me pacha wait for one see mama na yam call before.
I said, yeah, your friend say, what call a Yasanti region, and then was Antwa, soon who for be about our per se, obey, over the Sankofa, and Antwa, where JSim. And I wafa wound to me say, you do mammy. Anyway, mere wound to me, and I say, we mere would be a walk chromo. I would, we mere say, yes, say, mammy. Wouldn't make you the agent of that a cabo bosom. I have an island. The Milwaukee, the American say,
Yeah,
continue doing what you are doing. You are educating the masses. Why?
that's it.
Good show.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. Rich, me pacha
Yo,
otienka.
yeah,
Yeti o. Abdul me pacha me ba so se sia Rich
yeah.
ka se me ba
Me
so.
person who be anything.
But what you saying?
Boko ba ma Rich ka se wie. Ana Rich won kasa.
Me person who be Quran verse, Quran 69, chapter 69, verse 44 to 47. Now we are never say bien Hadith Sahih Al
But
Bukhari.
can be can number no be on Pacho?
Quran chapter 69, verse
59 or 69?
69,
69.
verse 44 to 47. 44 to 47.
Sankofa,
Yeah.
money is not
69.
wisdom. Or see
Oh,
usuru na on my request I won't pick into
Yeah,
picking no.
yeah, no platform we say so no enya concept for the me fa wo mo wa ho. Say Abdul we Muslim. Abdul we Muslim na ma peke no. O ba platform we say so a. Topic na wo ni di hu nkom no onni. Oba na ka chen say onkai Arabic na. Oba ka kire wo say ono no wa wonte Arabic na onkai Arabic nchire. Nti ono ne ba o pese wo kire me de me manenye. Nye de me pese wo ye no no obeye. And a platform we say so me na platform the media. I am the host. Me and na the me person wo ye no wo ye de ma me nya de wo pe na wo beye no wo platform so. So me mfa san crofo ne ma ha. Obi a wo platform is be a woni money be anim say money less when it comes to Islamic knowledge. Why less?
Assume.
And kramofo aba ha nyina do less your money. Enti forget no. Why? Comment na wo tell nyina say me huru bet me ni ne ho time.
Eto assume.
69, chapter 69, verse 44 to 47. Surah Al-Haka. Straight one, I catch on say,
Oh, divide there be men blocking no. Men yes, I men blocking no kra. Ya no say wa han wo sua de.
But verse no is
69, chapter 69, verse 44 to 47. Had the messenger made up something in our name, we would have certainly seized him by his right hand, then served his iota. Iota, oh, wakuma. And none of you could have shielded him from us. Ana oko Sahih Al Bukhari 4428. And when I actually pass Muhammad a false prophet.
Rich. What the say Abdul Oba so be defend the topic no. Ti ma men fa ni si kwan no so. Why?
oh, there been person mintia say well defending that me understand and person me found but you anti
Oh, okay.
na me person me yan kasa first one no chapter 3 verse 54 no
Okay.
baby Brian no can say deceiver no and
Yes,
person me
yes. Oje se be twa ntro na so ko YouTube no asearch no kwere na America na hu ya se be twa ntro.
Ti wo de yentie no o yetie wo.
Aha. Into chapter 3 verse 50.
English on ma change word no to planner. And then the part I catch no.
Oh, chapter okay, verse 54. Me Quran no kase the translation no, and the unbelievers plotted and planned, and Allah too planned, and the best of planner is Allah.
The part o search sa word na wo ho no se mark no o search e wo Google abo se mark no party say deceive. Arabic no mo
Arabic word na ye de. Me ba cho me ba.
Arabic word no makara.
Okay.
Arabic word no
So,
makara.
Makara no. What the Bible for more a planner?
Yes, plotter.
yes,
A plotter.
plotter deceiver.
Plotter. A plotter.
Plotter deceiver. O passe assim.
A plotter.
Okay, and okra Abdullah. And no yeah just by the way obi commenter o make it. Okay. And that topic na kasa no. And that topic no.
Yeah.
Mami musa sa question we. O komsheni mo komsheni Mohammed. Mate se mo nkramofo ne tai ka se onkum nipa da. Etisa anase ntisa wo kum nipa da na wo nkum nipa da.
I mean, there's a question here.
Me say Muslims na tai ka sa asem we even me platform we say so kora no menye nipa mienu o maka no ha sei. Say omo se mo komsheni Mohammed onkum nipa da.
Wankum nipa da.
Yeah, wankum nipa da. Eya na kore se wankum nipa da.
Na me say me nim say ono wo fasika ana bibi aku obida.
Me ba cha so wo Quran wo. Di sura tu Anfal.
No one here. I can't stand it anymore. I'm going to poop in the bush.
Go to the Anfal.
Yeah.
Okay, Surah An-Anfal.
Ayat number 67.
Six, 7.
Yeah.
Okay, 67.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me patch okay my.
Okay, me come from beginning.
Yeah, 67 okay my. Surah to Anfal ayat number
67 no.
Yeah.
Me can Arabic mo na English.
Ye obetumi akai bia wi ado wa kire mama ye yate ase. Ye wo de opese obeka bia obekan Arabic obekan English o. We are so kan Arabic na wa kire mama ye yate ase. Why?
Osi ما كان للنبي أن يكون له أسرى حتى يثخن في الأرض تريدون عرض الدنيا والله يريد الآخرة والله عزيز حكيم. It is not fitting for a prophet that he should have prisoners of war until he has thoroughly subdued the land. Ye look for the temporal goods of this world, but Allah looks to the hereafter. And Allah is exalted in might and wise.
Rasem we no obo no tofa, obebo no tofa, obeka ne say, uchire mu kakra bi ama ya, obechire mu say.
Anna mi kaka no mi chire mu mpacho mi twi no
Okay, mamenkai brofu ya edaso na menyina so musa question.
Yeah.
Or say it is not for a prophet to have a captives of.
It's not fitting.
Okay, it is not fitting, and it is not for the chrono. Okay.
Okay.
You know, say it is not for. Meme translation ne kutame wa has say it is not for a prophet to have a captives of war until he inflict a massacre upon Allah's enemy in the land. Until he inflict a massacre upon the enemies of Allah in the land. Okay.
Me translate you different.
Okay. So Prophet Muhammad, was he having a captives of war? Yes or no? Yeah, captives of war. What you say?
Yeah, captive of war. He said only group and group are fighting, and one won and held captives with them.
Okay, so was Muhammad having a captives of war? Was he having some captives of war?
Personally, I have no information about he having a captives of war.
Okay, we no Safia.
Sophia, yes.
Yes, me pacha, that lady was part of his captives of war, because the war of Kaiba. After the war of Kaiba,
yeah, he married her.
His wife.
He married her.
Yes. So she was one marino, one wareno. Yes, I know.
No, wareno.
Was she part of the captives of war? Yes or no?
Not enough evidence to arrest.
Yes.
Okay. So what you have to say, Muhammad was having a captives of war, right?
And
now I also say, before say a prophet benya a captive of war. What assignment to be I was a warrior Allah. The assignment then say he have to inflict massacre upon the enemies of Allah. It was say Allah atamfo no.
No, they be interesa. Maybe
inflict a massacre. Inflict a massacre. Now, what does it mean?
Well, inflict, it depends when or sad translation, no.
Okay.
The Quran translate is a Quran, no.
Yemfa translation. What translation you can say?
Me translation, no. I can say.
Here.
1334. An ordinary war may be.
Me pacho kind tafsir. Me say I na wo kan ye no. Statement ben share until he inflict massacre upon the enemies of Allah. Who statement ben share translation you never heard it. Why?
It is not fitting for a prophet that he should have prisoners of war until he has thoroughly subdued the land.
Okay. Enti ekwan be no be fa so subdue land no.
They say all winners are war no.
Ekwan be no be fa so win war.
And who win war so ofa booty bia e wo ho e wo de.
Oyene be asama mi busa won say before you can win a war, akosia nipekum koso na nipekum nkoso.
Ekoso.
Okay.
War is war. Nipekum koso. Both sides.
Nipekum koso me dase. Enti nipekum koso ansana Muhammad ebe wini na
Land,
wabenya
no?
captives of war.
Yes.
Enti aya ne say before say komusheni benya a captive of war no.
Yes.
Ne assignment ne say e was say o making sure say we winning asase bi in war, winning the war no, winning asase bi in war no. It deal with wukum nipa. Enti Muhammad be kum nipa ansana wanya a captive from the war.
Yes.
So say Muhammad etimi awini na wanya obabi ti say Juariya wanya na wo captives of war. Obi ti say Safia wo captives of war. Safia Muhammad kumuni kunu ekunu wofa. Ene wofa Safia de ne be ye na yere. So Muhammad wo kumuni pada anase wo kumuni pada.
Well, I don't can't fancy Kunipa or call water.
Assembly. So how
Call
did he?
water. Okay.
Okay.
You be
Okay.
fun to say no crew.
Meba, me musa question.
Meba, mpacho why. Who call war? And you who are as a leader of the war, no one who call war no. The way omube ku opposition susu eku omo. And you war bia susu na Mohammed kwa na odi victory afa ma ana
Madam Mo,
booty
you are
ana
welcome, Madam Mo, you are welcome.
ana bibi almost opposition susu timi ku omo timi susu winning war no bi.
Mete wasiye.
Aha.
Abdul wasiye.
Enti me but okay.
Menka say, during fight, no enemies in so enkum attackers, no. Menka ne sa. De womu bi anu nyina no womu kunkum womu. During
Yes.
war no womu kunkum womu. Okay.
Yes.
Enti se Muhammad ede ne ho hye akon na okwa akon a. Enti Muhammad na de ono ne de wonkum nipa wa akon na wokɔ ni mu bia na. Edu se e wo se nipa kum ba na wa fere obi amana be kum nipa no ana.
Well, there's no history say onon kasano kun obi na history ka say ono anu kun we ana ono anu kun we.
Enti o doubt aya na da so na. Aya na
No
da so.
men doubt no men doubt sesia say
Before say me do be call hadith na ma che. Me pese o ma me hunu say aya we no o doubt ana won doubt.
No men doubt it.
Enti say won
Me
doubt
so me
aya
pese
na
me
dia wo
ti
ti
ase
tum Muhammad ya kum ni pada na won kum ni pada.
metaphorically wakunipa.
Okay, and ye hu hia. Me da say.
Enti okunipa meti ase ukasa say sesiano Mr. Netanyahu wakuni Gaz Palestinians ana wonku omo. But nya no ano disika ana bullet eko bumpy opposition as Jews and Palestinians. And I'm say sorry Israel and Palestinian. But obia beka say Netanyahu no kunipa. But nya ono ano offer bullet ana offer a gun eko war no mo. Intimate say Netanyahu kunipa dia meti asise Muhammad okunipa.
Okay, my yanko hadith na me nkyere wade wa.
Okay.
Ma me hwese ye we dia. Okay, me ha de okay, me ba cha okay hadith ye da so ifa ma me wa. Na yan ha de.
I wrote to Nafi inquiring from him whether it was necessary to extend to the disbelievers an invitation to accept Islam before meeting them in fight. He wrote in reply to me, he replied to me that it was necessary in the early days of Islam. The Messenger of Allah, peace be upon him, made a raid upon Banu Mustalik while they were unaware and their cattle were having a drink at the water. he killed those who fought and imprisoned others.
Me pacho jina heya. Me pacho why ena he killed those who fought and imprisoned others na eya why wan sam ne yekanwa.
The army, no? The
He near the
prophet
army.
and his
Me
army.
pacho he near the army.
Pardon?
He na eshe hono the army.
He is a singular.
Okay, and to see he killed those who fought and imprisoned others. No, he na shawani yahan.
Yeah, because the one who translates it
He
will
na
make it
shawani
that to look
yahan.
that.
But this is a
But
simple question. He na shawani yahan.
he in the Shauna refers to him.
Okay, so it
And the
was
same
referring to Muhammad.
explanation Namidi
It
Mao
was
earlier.
referring to Muhammad, yes or no?
Pardon?
He na wahono refers to Muhammad, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, enti Muhammad ekumi anawe enkum.
Well, the statement has say onu okunipa as him.
Okay, so what's the history behind it? Me pacho me ba. What's the history behind it?
The Americano. The hadith referring to him because it's his army. Ono na no army no muko ni na me catch earlier no. Says here a captain leading an army to go a war. They refers to him as he will be the one committing the whatever fighting comes, whatever destruction or killing, it will be referred to the captain of the army.
So Argentina, me pacho me
Oh.
Meba Argentina statement na anye day nekoye he.
Oh,
why are you guys so convinced? Trying to say upon all Akuma Muhammad call ye.
He didn't kill anybody. Yes.
Muhammad na nkasa de wan faseke antu obi minimoda. Why are you guys so convinced? Why are you guys so convinced? Like I was asking
and then I make country or no. Palestinian for a bebre.
Yeah, come Muslims. Abdul, you are beating around the bush.
No,
if
I'm
you
not
a leader,
beating around. I'm just giving an example.
No, Abdul, I want to ask you a question. You are a leader for a group, and you people went for a war, and you have won. When they come, who did they give even the congratulations to? One year,
to the
congratulations.
Leader.
Yes. So when we say that he has killed, why are you saying that he didn't kill?
No, I'm not
he
denying
made
that,
somebody
my
kill.
sister. I'm
you
not
are
denying that.
it. Listen, my
No.
name is Anapobukai. Let me tell you.
His question directly to that he held a knife or a weapon
you mean he was
killed.
sitting down? So do you mean he was sitting down and watching them do it? If you are not
I'm
a
not
leader,
saying
you are
that.
ashamed of Muhammad's actions.
I'm not saying that. I
No,
agree
so
to him.
don't say that he didn't. He didn't
I
participate.
agree to him
Right
that
now, you are saying
he
as
will
if
be
he didn't
responsible
participate.
for any
You are
killing.
talking as if
So
he didn't
the
participate
word
in the
refers
killing.
to him.
No, you are talking as if he didn't participate.
Every killing can be directed to him.
Where are you from? My brother, I don't know whether you are the northern or whichever Muslim. Are you down south Muslim or northern Muslim? Where?
What do you mean in northern or southern?
Yeah, I want to see whether you are my tribe man because I'm from Upper East. So I want to find out whether you are my tribe man. That's what I want to find out.
What? That's not necessary, my sister.
Was it the messenger of Allah made a raid upon Banu Mustalik while they were unaware? So it was Muhammad. It was he. The statement is referring to him. If he was not part of those now, why is it referring to him?
Okay, it refers to him. And
yes.
And what else?
Because the thing is that most of your people, like how you were trying to defend here, claim he, like how you started saying that he never killed someone. Most of your people say he never did. And so if you go with pure evidence.
My sister, the issue is I came here peacefully and I'm trying to communicate and conversate with you. When I came, I told you. No, listen, my sister.
Abdul, we are not fighting.
Abdullah, yewo hadisa. Muhammad commanding Krofo bi. Omuko kunde man no yewo sa hadisi no ho.
Yes.
Muhammad no ankasa ye no. Hadisi ni kire ma uhuru se Muhammad ka ho. Muhammad fi. So I don't know why you are trying to defend this.
Sankofa, Mbacho why? Sankofa, I dare say, there are a lot of incidences, a lot of war happen between Muslims and non-Muslims. A lot of war happened. Some of them, he was with the army present. He was present with the army. And some
Yeah.
of them, he wasn't there by himself.
Sure.
It's a lot. It's a lot of happened. So I'm not disputing that he is responsible for whatever happened because he is the messenger.
Please,
He brought the
don't use the
message.
word killed. Use unalive, please.
Come again?
Don't use the word killed. Use
They use
unalive.
word, you know. Yeah, you should instead of kill, no, no, you should on alive.
Unalive.
Why?
And
Yes,
yes, our
I'm
Facebook, TikTok,
behind the program.
Bejiako.
I'm behind the program.
Okay. Okay. Matthias. Oh. So a lot of fighting. I mean, can say fighting, and I mean,
Yeah,
uh,
what do you
so some of it he wasn't there presently, and some of it is just omo amuko kono an omuko.
Me Sankofa, I'm not disputing that fact, okay? I know, say, some of Ntokweni Bia, Mohammed, you know,
Yesuma.
okay,
Obesuma.
Osuma, ebi okra no a, obi ye na de ne nani nye ho a, wotimi gada ne nkrofo, na wobisa, hwan na me nsuma ne mane nkokuma sumasi mame, na obi ade ne ho atum, meko suma me. Nipa ne di ne ho tum a, na o ma nipa ne kwan, ko ne koku ne mame, ye wo ho, sa de ne ho. But hadisi we na kire mu say, Muhammad nankasa nkasa e kan ne nkrofo no no mo sole ahomache. But nkrofo we was not aware. And now Muhammad ni kunkum nipa ni bi chichi wo mu prison wo mu. And no say because of say we really didn't na edition hadisi in so
Oh no. Me I mean defending Zambia me sure about.
Hey.
Yeah,
Okay.
they mean my can't tell from beginning. Yeah, they me understand na me can't tell no. Or beside me question. Sir. And
Abdul,
Nkrofo oko this way trend no. This no so me per se me understanding the authentication of that this. You who some when him say hadith, you hadith bebre. Oh.
Mo na mo say your hadith bi o a eye your hadith bi o a enye mo na mo kasa. Okay.
Yes. The reason
okay, my reason.
Yeah, Quran say yeah. Obi ntimi ka say Quran there bibi yeah ana bibi nye. It's an authentic book. But hadith no, there are a lot of hadiths that are authentic. And number one, hadith.
Authentic.
Okay. Say Sankofa uka asembi chiremia. Na mi susumi di ko kan chire Kofi. Na Kofi di ko kan chire Muhammad. Muhammad di ko kan chire Mensa. Na hadith no ebedru wonchen ana obi nchen. If information no na ebeba no
distorted.
ana Kofi nim obi a odi last information kono woyi chain na asem na afiri wonchen no chain no obi a
Trying to cover up.
Me pacho.
I'm not covering. I'm not mpacho. Mami see.
Me pacho. Abdul, hadith we no to you no hadith no it goes against the Quran. Enti ye find authentic enye anasa it doesn't go against the Quran.
No. Yes, America.
Me
Yes, America. Information be bre wo ha.
Argument na wo pesa we na me nim wo
And
argument.
my argument say me man ka say hadith no me say me pese me hu say hadith no sahih de ka say sahih ne say authentic na enye authentic. Bibi say
You can check it. We bet me mute na wa check it. E de na that's one. Nti check no authentication no na ma yehunu why. Na yanko.
Me Bible check wa me use my phone me communicate say this book bia
Enti wono ya mo akasa bebre ma yanko obi wo fro so wo de wo mute ho na se wo check na the
Thank you, Abdul. You are very easy to communicate with.
Then we compare this hadith to the Quran. Ya we say act na course wo ha no ye betimi ehunu no wo Quran animu a se act na course wo ha no ye betimi ehunu no wo Quran animu dia na mo ka se hadith we say ni authentic meaning say mo ankasa na mu choose me authentication of the hadith because mama ya say hadith bia no it goes against the Quran bia no
Enye papa.
any hadith that matches with the Quran this hadith matches with the Quran
Tubo why? Tubo. Me mankasi hadith no against Quran na Quran against na hadith no wo Quran mo. Hadith any Quran mo.
so
Hadith confirms
this hadith, it matches with the statement in the Quran. Your statement, baby, hadith will match with it. So, classify hadith as
no. Sankofa, ma argue say hadith no enye authentico. Me say me person me sure say hadith no authentic and enye authentic. I'm not disputing with this hadith. I didn't say it's correct and enye correct. But Timase kakra why?
But Abdullah, yes, money, you say, BB money, ni cry.
Money,
Abdullah is like, at least, even though he's, he will try to reason with them. But wait up,
ambassador of Allah, me patch on mute. Ambassador of Allah, and now when you're sober, when he
hello.
Yeah, me patch out Yamuakwa.
What do go back?
Go back.
Aye.
What go back, me go back, me di go back with a more and a cocoa. What a year? Into the more good, Yamatiana, one than a panty and casa.
Yes, it's true. Abdul is very, very patient. It's a patient man.
Midi go back. The original go back.
Menu kasa yensi
ambassador me pacho nyabo terema me Abdul mawanunsi pacho mawanunsi
Zagoba.
Yeah.
Okay, now Muhammad ko ku nipa wo mu a o point ni yesen then. What is your point? What are you trying to derive from if he
me see me platform we say so then one me ye apostasy your friend say topic wa say Islam so no makwan ma obi ja so no ayenku no okay me ye that topic and my head no heart twice ama Muslims bi ba ye platform we say so almost say Muhammad na nkasa no won kumuni dan ti say ye kasa Islam makwan ma ye kumuni pa e ya atoro that day no omo kan ye no me ye ne say me ba ye ho topic bet on say ye di nkomo say no topic baby ne be piem bet wo be wie na wo refi so enra na ba ma dwum say me say topic we ne so me prove this things na dia kire Muslims so mo wa bontene wona wo mo dwele say wo mo komuhwani enkum nipa da no me ye topic we dia am so that o me sa idea ne dia free o mo tim no mo dia wo mo manahwe wo mo tim ma hu ye say who be commission for abasasi so do hwe mo de book kese ya eye Muhammad
okay, Matthias, Sankofa, Obia, I say, Islam and Kase, Eku Obia, me tia say, emphasize Aquano so. Islam, Bekase, Omunku Obi. Sankofa, Kobisa say, what is the reason of Islam saying that to kill someone? That's where you have to go. That's what
apostasy say, the reasons, okay?
Apostasy the reason na obia ukun obi deliberately ukun obi Islam say ususu yankun obi
and sa aya no boa
oh Sankofa
Oboa.
Sankofa, be honest with yourself. With
Yes,
all your research,
minimum aya na
no,
woka na oboa.
no, even in
Minimum
Bible is
aya na
there.
woka na oboa.
Even
Oheneba.
in Bible is there. It say al ainu bil aini wal anfu bil anf wal juruhu kisas. Okay, and the Bible so it will say eye for an eye. Yes, sir.
Mete dia woka no. Mete dia woka na say.
Now I don't know what say ni ho.
But sasa na woka no. There is nowhere it can be found in the Quran say, who come a disbeliever, a person who doesn't believe Allah, no, who kuno no, a sin, a biniho.
Ebiniho.
Ebini
Me
Quran.
say no.
No.
Who change me kasa. Me kachira o say. You see, who kun bia deliberately. Osusu yanku.
Who come yonku Muslim? I know said that ayah no, it can be found in the Quran. Say, who come yonku Muslim? Okay, so who come yonku Muslim ne die, and there it can be found in the Quran. But say, who come an enemy ne die, me pacho, Debbie, already.
No. Uka say an enemy. What's this akasano? Uka say wo enemy dia. What's this
Someone
akasano?
who is not a Muslim.
A person who a person who doesn't believe in Allah.
No, Sankofa is in Islamic state. In Islamic state, and nipa bi wo
Just
ha.
a minute.
Omo Muslim, but it's upon the Islamic state to look after
Just a
them
minute.
and look after them to make them feel free, to make them feel secure in the land. Well, you see, if the Muslim says everyone is paying tax, they also have to pay tax because they are under the security of Islamic State. Say, there's no Islamic states in the world now. What I say? What I say? Enti ye will be even Muslim does wa. Who kun even because on your Muslim, who kun you will pay for it.
So prove us from the Quran. Now I prove the actually.
Sawara Abdul.
Me met me ama hadith baby. Met me ama Quran ka yesa. Allah ma kwan ma yekum nipa. Ne won
Sankofa saya no beka senye Quran ade.
Sister Ampacho.
Because
Sister Ampacho,
a Muslim is a brother.
I don't know who attacking me, sir. Who attacking me, sir?
Me
upper west, why?
Wala and there's other wala anata tumu ana wala.
Mute.
No. Sankofa. Me pese. Yeah.
pese me kan asem kakra bi fa ho.
Okay.
On say or ka say eni si anemu. Eni anemu. Ahyase no kra no enye sa mara no no de bayi. Ahyase no o say ukum obi meja won susu yankum meji. Se ukum obi yire a won susu yankum o yire. No any ensi eni anamu. No.
Ukum obi yire yankum
yire.
Also later na eba enti
China Melandiansa. Enti eni si eni anamu no onu mo se die na oye na nya sa na ono no de bayo nti nkrofo hyase aso omo sere no se eni si eni anamu love
hey,
na
sister
de basa
ukachi mu chi papa ukachi mu pe die na esi mu se die.
eni si eni anamu emra ben na ode abasa no se Mose mra na nya sa na eka Mose mrane sese ukum obi a yenku obi. By wo de wo se yeku obi yire a. Won so kone koku nipa na yire. Nti o mo hyase so o mo cheche no. E no okwada ya oba ya obeka se nyankopon e de aba se. Afei obi kum obi a yenku ni bi bata no no kra no is a believer. A believer kum obi a e na yenkum believer ni bi. So if a free man kills a free man should be killed.
On a life.
No, no crying in the beginning, and yes, na etie. Until the Montois on a meba be mommy opinion.
Okay. Nabacho Abdul Yanko ambassadors one was
Yo.
Medasi. Ambassador of Allah, me patch problem.
السلام عليكم. اني السلام
Alaikum
على
salam.
السلام
Alaikum
على من
salam.
اتبع الهدى. نامي
Walaikum salam.
نامي اسم جي ان كمنينا
Enter
اما
also.
ọmụ ya jidivu ena ọmụ ya jidivu so nyame shira mu nyina na mu
Amen.
na
Ami.
mu Sankofa jidielu. Okay, thank you so much.
You pick
Sankofa.
and choose. You
Me
can't
patch
live like that.
Yan kwa question so.
Okay,
I say you can't be living like that.
Mohammed e kum ni pada na won kum ni pada.
na you know uni Abdul Adi Sankomo we be say 20 minutes ni
Topic aye di won
Inti
komo
no,
no.
inti me pacho ambassador pacho. Inti no, you also ni Abdul. I can't want some inti. Me say also uji two man as still also uji two.
Enti di Abdul kaya na ojitum.
excuse me.
Upper West for more jetum.
Sankofa. You know, sometimes so kasa. I just try to I'd advise you say be fair with yourself, be honest to yourself. Because so when you're fair, you
Exactly.
yourself, you are putting your followers into confused states.
Okay.
No, this is my advice to you. I know it's your platform. You
Okay,
have
so
every right.
enti
Pacho.
what do you mean? What do you mean? What
Very
are you
good.
trying to say?
Sesia se udi asem etua. Se asema wu udi kan ejidi from the source of where you found it. Right? Then you have to bring it to the table. If another person has similar source, so that if it's the debate, then we can debate. Then the listeners can choose which parts they find it very much welcoming. But wunu ma who say debi, why you say debi nia usua ye no bebia uhunu no sa na udi be mai toga.
Yes, ambassador.
Yes.
Ambassador, please, you are beating about the bush. Please, what is your point?
Ubi sami say konsheni Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam wanku obiana. Let me tell you, ekuo different kind of ekuo. We have different way of approach. Konsheni Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam on dakro one sorry and kase wono for his worldly gain or kwako yi obi nkwa. No, he never does that. He never does that. And one
So meba me pesa
yes, okay.
enti
Yeah.
te won kum obi dakora na o pesa kum na wo kum no ewe wono ani pem wo di kum nipa no. Ya me pesa me ti ase no. An
Yes,
pada na enso won kum nipa wo no ani.
Tie me. Because Suratul Anfal no a usi yanko bueno. Ukoti no. In the first place, you know, I'm so happy to be a Muslim, number one. Number two, I'm so happy to be somebody who has read the Quran. I can read it from Arabic.
Okay.
I'm so blessed. And even the hadith you bring, I can read it in Arabic and translate it. That is plus. Okay. Listen to me. Suratul Anfal, the topic itself explains what entails in the Quran.
Okay.
Suratul Anfal, Suratul Anfal, it means a chapter. Very good. Suratul Anfal. Very good. Very good. Suratul Anfal. Niama ekosu ewo the war field and whatever happened between the believers and the disbelievers. That is the chapter number 1 to begin it. And when you read the incidents and the last, maybe I will say, what is the asbab al-nuzul of that chapter? And I say of these events. And obi ebae ebeka asbab al-nuzul on the event we talk. And udi fufroba. Quran see ما كان للنبي أن يكون له عصرة حتى يسجن في الأرض تريدون عرض الدنيا والله يريد الآخرة والله عزيز حكيم. صدق الله العظيم.
Sankofa way on person bet on tears you and John tears.
Odi enya wotre madam odi enya no ho abotre se wo kan.
Dabi
Oh,
me
me
pese
pacho
me
why na
tisu
si
me
no.
pese me ti asie
Me pacho
eso na me
moderator,
pese
me
me
pacho
ti
pese ba why. Sa peke madam Muma me Mr. Wa moderator. Why?
who tie
Me
me
pacho to aso.
who tie me
Ah me too.
omu a ya omu se omu ku a omu tai ekoku ana se mo se omu kowo a omu kowo no omu de japade na omu kwakwaji japade inti na omu ji ombeji wasasi se omu se sika koko ewo wasasi a na omu ni waku eni bri enti
Okay, very much.
aha Islam Quran kasa say mu adwen a mudi nam no enye enu bi na kwasheni prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam ordinamo ma kana lin nabiy an yakuna lahu asra Quran kasa nyame kwasheni who tie me
Ye tie o pa why?
nyame kwasheni Muhammad no enye adwen a mudi nam no a mu kunku krofo no enye enu bi na ewo ni yani kumamu no ما كان للنبي أن يكون أسرع حتى يسجن في الأرض جسه بس أموا سا فرنسا أموا أني أمو كنو أمو بس يدن أمو ما جديانو أمو كو جديو فنو نا وصوري أني أموا يدن أكو تريدون أرض موديا أساسي فرنسا asasi mu asasifo
Se
onu su
no
onya
asem
asasi
na wo kan tentente Arabic na gu ana na wo kan na say wo kan de be wo kan na wo kan firi hene de ase na wo kan because what say
dabi
ma wo kan
o pese o trem dabi o trem se
for de ke kan ho nyina no mo ya asasifo no e ka statement we dey ho
Na Arabic kuno na ye original. And na
yes
original. Enti
enti
anu anu na mu di be ye juma.
original
Abdul wo ba ya wo kan Arabic no wo kan Arabic no wo wie na wo be kan brofo no wo kan Arabic na wo de ba brofo no mo ye asasefo no wo kaka ho on say duru ba bia ye no ye tie mo ya mo mfa say ye adwumifo ye nya adwumifo wo ba wo ye muslim wo be kan Arabic na chirechirim wono nso ba ya the same Arabic na wo chirechirim na wo de nsem foforo bi frafram wo abena anim wo ti ye nkan ya ntum na de wo kan na ye original I'm okay, listeners in Yajimian.
Good morning.
And some ambassador I can and no yatren or had.
Good morning.
Good morning.
good morning
Sankofa meti na bisa ambassador.
I don't yatren or had.
Meti makasa.
Say me bisa ambassador question.
Tis obemo manya abotra kasa idru so na yamo kasa wa.
Me pese me bisa ambassador quick question bi na commercials. Sankofa me chill bi ya. Ambassador, o say utime alhamdulillah utime kan Arabic ewo Quran mo ni English no. Me bisa. Do you speak, read, and write Arabic?
I do.
Okay. Inti se meka bibi wo twi mo sisi a obetima translate Arabic mama me.
It depends.
Meka bibi wo brofo ma obetima translate Arabic mama me.
It depends.
Se mekata haditha Sankofa random haditha Sankofa de beba na say Arabic enko a obetima kan akire mama me.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a very
Those
good
are my
question.
questions.
Okay, thank you so much. And until I say, who say comments are medima Sankofa me see say all the hadisi ever on funny section ever because hadisa ye troyeno hadis bia e was section. There was section of marriage, there was section of war, there was section of salat. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Oh, offer TM me poucho. Me ka say me tama me ba Europe e wa ha. Omo wo telephone guide me a book. Inti se upe address bi no wa ko column no. Se upe ejuma na wa bue ejuma column. Ebema ejuma ahodo any of my telephone number any of my address. We call it a book of in Holland they call it the yellow guide. The yellow guide. So you go to the section. Sankofa sa the hadith ba. Hadith no on my the section from which section is the hadith so that we can go. Or anyone says Sahih Buhari. Obia bet me ako type book. Now I throw actually Sahih Buhari and you are giving us page 5,200. No, we don't do that. Hadith be one section. Catch say okay, this
So
hadith can be found in let me say Abdul Wakachiro said we have an authentic hadith. Okay.
Are you addressing
Yes.
what I just said? Who are addressing the mechanism? Okay, mami, bisa another question. Who can say Commissioner Muhammad sallallahu
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
on sorry keke enkwa for his personal gains or wealth?
Very good. Yes. That's exactly true.
Battle of Kaiba.
Your friend Khaybar. Khaybar.
They all kind of sa battle no.
They all kind of
Sankofa Jawa said Sankofa.
Kosu.
I all kind of Khaybar.
Yes. Okay. Khaybar.
Enya Khaybar. Niri no konya wo Safia no. Wodim say okoye na Safia owo kunde da na your friend Kenana. Wodim say story no. From the Sirah of Muhammad.
Kosu.
Book Ben of some information from.
Okay, maybe. Thank you, Beba. Talk about. Okay.
Abdul.
Makinana ye Safia. Ekunu, bana owusika pa. Na afianso mawari. Do you know what the prophet did to him to get his money? Prophet no ba kaiba no omo de sika ni bi kote. Emma omo frɛ Kinana say sika no wɔ hemfa ɔse ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔbɛkyerɛ baabi sika no wɔ Emma Commissioner Mohammed ɛtɔkya Emma ɔmo tɔkya akoa no to the sense say ɔmo hu baabi a ne sika no wɔ wonim saa story no
Of sorry no free book by mu hwan no tro book no
the Sirah of Prophet Muhammad, the Sirah. Prophet Muhammad, Ibn Hisham, yes, according to Monoba.
Ibn Hisham, okay.
Yes. I don't know if you don't know this story, but they murdered Kinana for his wealth. And he said, "Okay, say, one toron keke for personal gain, and respectfully." And last, do you know say, 1 second, Ambassador, do you know say there's a difference between war and raid? Okay, say, okay, hadiths ne bebre na. Omoka say, on the 9th expedition, on a particular raid, okay, sure. The difference between race and say and Crawford yakot to show most commissioning and Crawford to show most no. Omuni commissioning and Crawford omunya trakanda. What you say? That is what we call a raid or an expedition. Anything as a okay in the Sirah of Muhammad na a catcher will say time na omoko attack omoko raid Kaiba no. Omoko te ahomache ewo Kaiba for friend say outskirts of the town omo feature na omo ebo ahomache na omante adan no just say omante say omo friend nyame no mu say omo tumi ato asham so because they are not one of them or they are not Muslims. So that means to say omo ko baby a enkrofo no kra omo nye na hwe yo omo ko baby a enkrofo no nye na hwe. So I just wanted to address that aspect now can I say
Niva o check hadith na Muhammad ne nkrofo sori ahomache ene kote sa nkrofo we wo kwa so wa bere wo mo de wo mayam wo ekọ didie en wo koto hye wo mo so kunkum wo mo o check the hadith no they were not having anything with Muhammad wo say wo Muhammad no wo be kan ntokwa no wo de ntokwa ba so no
Sankofa
even nkrofo one throw let them bank wo say they should accept Islam. Those people in Kaiba, baby, onya.
Sankofa.
Ambassador Sudan can high bano.
Sankofa.
High bano. Sankofa.
Sankofa. No, we go heaven. Look high bano. We go heaven.
No, Sankofa.
Mpacho why? Ma omuntu omun common so ma oni siniva ne ambassador so omun common so I make
yes. Sankofa. Mpacho why? Tie mpacho. Enya ekrombia ochro letter akoma omu ansana obekwa akoku ntokwa wo ho
Okay.
Most people say what tro letter mamuna to say the leaders of that all those nations leaders no majority of them no trauma because it's the leader no otimie gidi say commissioner invite no say omunji islama na leader no all the culture no crofo but no crofo no omum pinia na omum ba be attack no na omum so I prepare I defend no ho. Most of he
Is it by
was
force?
now
Is it by force to
Abdul.
accept Allah? Is it by force to accept
Me
Allah?
ba Sankofa me ba
Is it
Abdul.
by
Abdul,
force?
me
well
be some quick
well
question.
well it's not
Abdul.
by force but
Abdul.
he has to send the message to them.
Abdul, me be some
Oh,
question back.
and now
Abdul,
most of wars no these are preparing to attack.
Abdul, me
No,
be some
obi
question back.
o defend wo a. Say
Okay.
won fa wa asem infant tudwa.
Who do you
Abdul,
take
Abdul,
question
me
now?
be some
Yeah.
question back.
Most
Question
of
now.
Abdul,
the
me be
war
some
no,
question.
most
Abdul,
of the war
Abdul,
no, when they are preparing to attack no, and then Emma onusu onne no crop for mo attack omo ansana.
Hey,
Is your
when did they
Abdul,
question now?
prepare
Wait
to
to
Abdul,
sound
attack?
one.
Abdul,
How did you know they were
Abdul.
preparing to attack?
The prophet,
Well, they got
Abdul,
information,
Abdul,
my
before my
friend. They
question,
got
my more
information.
information.
The
Abdul,
information
before
goes
Information
round.
from who?
Abdul train, Abdul, your prophet fought about a total of 86 incursions. 27 of them, your defense. About 53 of them, on no attack you. But maybe saw my question way. And when Muhammad no Mr. Prophet Muhammad, or per se, attack the Indians. Indian for no, omo ye ne den or person can attack you.
Me India Indian attack hunda.
Inti
Man
yama hadith.
tibida. Obe
Inti
mami
yama
sa
hadith.
hadith no na we mami story no book na mi ko hwehwɛ.
Inti yama hadith. What they trying
Yeah,
to
ma
Mami
hadith.
hadith na book ben na sa de no wo. Me
Eya
man
Muhammad,
ti
ewa
Indian.
ewa
Indians
Muhammad
atumsa.
no. Bebe ma.
Miss
Sanko fa
Banti
mo
Pipe.
lutu one. Nama no hadith.
Some
Sankofa de, hey,
mon kind de mo
Sankofa,
some ya person mo na bubu nti mon kind ko ntiri.
hey, Sankofa, oh, Grofo. India.
Now, who say, my books, back phone to me, see. Now, more Islam, some of the books were come was yano. Books were extra Islam, some of the was yana, back for bet me as you. Ya wa hadisi for obi wo a wo beka maintain that enso so na ade ne wo ho wo bekọ akọ check ade ne wo ho enti eduru ba bia nipa bi kan say na wunhia ya ensere because wonimu a onka mo usomo no books atwa sa Quran no ene ni Muhammad ne nko books atwa o mo hia no ye hihye books no a Kaaba dynasty wo no kra enkom
Sankofa, ansana silver, ordini hadith in Bebano.
me pacho
And
ni
then Tina Quran,
me pacho
Sniper, sniper.
ni di no anya silver why said you obi kokon kaiba wo se anya kaiba e kaiba no ni di no anya
Sniper.
silver se di ni ye why
Sniper.
why se di ni ye
strike, and then,
eye arabic di anka wo beka kopim se wa body ase no minimum nyina beka bo kaiba
SDM, yam,
Sniper.
oh, sniper, and a sniffer. Okay, because you're trading any hadith.
Never.
Any Americano. So, all the hadith ba me paucho. I say, because hadith ye wo bab, unim, because who MC wako Ahmadiyya makarata kakra. Inti
Wow,
unim,
shit.
that
So
hear
baby,
me.
I did not want Madia and Madia never back.
Sankofa hear me.
ambassador of
Oh,
Allah me kan kire wan hwe ya platform me ma wo maso biemu because I wo ba so a
Shep,
topic
me
na
di mo.
ye no you don't go straight to the point wo be gina so biti
They see how they hear me.
at the end of the day
Hear
you
me,
can point
Sankofa.
to you was ma wo kamo
Sankofa. So who delete me? I fed the menu your contact direct. It menu bet me kasa. I don't care. Yes, my now contact.
topic and so try say
Okay.
you say ya dey say e ye den ya dey say mbetumi make point
Yes. Yeah, him say,
Me
and
poucho,
then that's why they defend the
Sankofa team.
yeah.
Sankofa team. My advice to you. The only hadith ba. Me poucho.
me pam cho
Let me see my funnel. Some my cousin. Yeah.
Okay, madam, ya that's it. Can see Empire Bass watch a pa, Miss Remo, moderators now more pick the mon pick and mamma one pam chowa. Me patch out was.
Me see Saudi hadith in ba me poucho. na waka kyerɛ sɛ wei ɛyɛ bab ni say the door, like you open the Quran, you see chapter Surah Al-Anfal or Surah Al-Anfal mi paucho inti enuna ebema yeno me say it will confirm to me that okay, now I have every right to go into
Ambassador.
that yes
Ambassador, Mamika
yeah
Divincho. Ambassador, Mamika
okay
Divincho. A
yeah
little bit of
okay
information. The Uka
okay
Sisiano, and yes, son, the check hadith. Opesa or treme say the hadith bar. I was say hadith ne etimi as babu na zoo, nitimi who the trace or the isnad ewo Quran. And yes,
no, that is not what I mean. No, excuse me, no, that's what I mean. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Classification of hadith now, Okano. The Okano.
Yes.
Mimi no, Ebia a higher learning. My main show the classification of hadiths are your
Okay.
Your Sahih, your Hassan, and a your Daif. Okay. You know about these three classifications?
I'm not. Excuse me. When you talk about hadith Sahih, Da'if, any your friends say, hello, hello.
No.
Okay. Within the hadith, the authentic hadith itself, it has sections. Are you aware of that?
It has what?
Sections.
Now,
Sections.
the ambassador Kano Mpacho, the ambassador Kano, one rejected hadith no. What Chre say, Ukoti haditha, Chre hadith no, every chapter ben, Bible ben, because chapters were hadith books will be Chre say, Bible subject no, or Bema subject no, so Asana offers hadith no, ba. And also now first subject, different subject. To say prayers subject. Now
That's
hadith beba under the prayers. And the fasting,
right.
hadith beba under and no okay. And yes, we reject hadith, no. Hadith who reject hadith. Any hadith can come. So dear my brother neutral say hadith sahih, hadith hasan, hadith da'if. And no. It can come under any subject.
I am not categorized.
To see that hadith is authentic and not on there. You know, you need to know the knowledge of supporting hadith. Says here, hadith beti me aba. Na hadith no ebia e sahih. But the chain of narration can differ, can make the hadith weak. And then so you have to have this information, this understanding, and quote hadith. And hadith come to support, to explain the Quran. It doesn't come.
Abdul.
Yes.
Abdul. Why would a Sahih hadith have a weak isnad or chain of narration? Tell me.
I should tell you. Yeah.
Sahih hadith.
Because Nkrabo for the hadith besi hono. Omuhwe sa ne mano ansana omuji hadith no say sahih.
Before yadi hadith beba na sahih no. Oma check isnad and as a chain of narration let it. E who say obi biara or narration no authentic or obi our integrity.
Yes, and then I make one mammy and see me casa. Yeah, there can be hadith daif. Now, umbejis hadith no adi. Umbet major hadith
integrity. Fasa hadith and they will not classify it as sahih. Hadith biya it was sahih Buhari, any sahih Muslim. Just like you people know, even if anything, Mukremu for because it is authentic. Now, your hadith be what I am mutawati. Tio, hadith be what I am mutawati. But the one person will say it has been narrated severally by other people.
Somebody's telephone is ringing. But why telephone is ringing? What is that? Yeah, hello, Mutiemi. Hello?
Yeah, Hassan. So like I'm saying, You can never reject a Sahih Hadith. There is no way you can reject a Sahih Hadith. Why? It's fact. Many pray obi the Sahih Hadith, Bahari, especially from Sahih Muslim, and I say Buhari. Authentic. You can never argue.
Brass Sniper, excuse me, Brass Sniper. Utimi. Because Cecilia Udi Mudi Hadith Namabo Sahih Buhari. Me, it doesn't how to call it? It doesn't tickles me. Because meaning say obi back to me actual hadith where you FM how to call it the narratives. Now a true book no actually Sahih Buhari and a Sahih Muslim. You understand? But what I want here is tell me which page, the name of the chapter of that hadith, which category is the hadith. Then I can find it on my own. That is what I mean.
No problem. Hadith be was sunan.com be our page, you know.
No. It's not true.
Hadith train.
Tobo.
What person say?
Sure. Or is it because almost friend with Suna.com, so it makes it authentic?
Come on
now.
TMA. More hadith books. Se Sankofa ba hadith na the two sisi ana. Mama na ebi achro. O share hadith na siana. Ebe show the book number, the volume.
It's not about that. I'm talking about. I'm talking about. Hold on, please. So, who is a student of knowledge? Now, who is research on hadith, right? Who is a student of knowledge? And I say, who you are reading hadith at the university. They will tell you sections of the hadith, and every hadith that will, from there you will determine yourself. And I say it will tell you this hadith has a chain. So, for instance, when you're going to talk about salats, prayer in Islam, right? When you open the hadith book, it will tell you this column is salat. So anything that will happen in salat, very good.
That's what it is in sunan.com.
Sorry, I've been absent for 2 minutes because I got a phone call.
Who is disturbing? Hello?
Hello?
Maybe I don't want the telephone higher program, sir. Sniper, who hear me? Sniper, who hear me? Sniper. Inti se obuya se awari asema uko hadith no eboku no Sahih Buhari ana Muslima ana se Tirmidhi or Abu Majah na uko na wabue marriage column about marriage. Anything that concern marriage over there, you will find it there from A to Z. That is how we learn. So anybody can go and write Sahih Buhari, even if the person is a disbeliever or a criminal. The person will go and write Sahih Buhari and then page 5,000 something. Then no, we don't do that.
Exactly. I found a book here in some group. They wrote the book Quran against Bible, Muhammad against Jesus. This book you will never find it in any library or any bookshop. Perhaps even until now, until I got the book from a colleague at work in London here.
Okay.
Yeah. Then someone borrowed the book, never returned it. And I've been looking for the book, and I found the guy again, and then he showed me that I can get that book. He got the book for me actually, because they rewrote the book and then reduced a lot of verses in it. They bring the verse and then bring a verse in the Bible, a verse in the Quran to challenge each other. This kind of book, you can't call it authentic book because it's not in the shops. It's not in the bookshop. You can even find it to buy it. You see? So these are the reason why sometimes scholars have to make sure that the everything that they read in the hadith should be authentic, because people can write things, with their because of what they want.
Abdullah. You are talking much, but what you are saying, there was no point in making what you are saying.
Okay,
Why
You
make
there's
said the
no point?
point.
hadith.
Why?
You said the hadith. They are
Because
part
of
of
the
hadith.
you asking about authentic hadith. I'm giving you
Wait,
this story
wait,
because of the reason
Abdullah,
why
Abdullah,
we have to accept
Abdullah.
some
How do
hadith
you
and we have
know?
to reject
Wait,
some.
how do you know this is authentic and how do you know this is rejected?
Well, you don't want to understand because I explained it before, and yet
Wait,
you are
Abdullah,
asking.
Abdullah.
And when
How
I'm
do you
trying to,
know? How do you know that? Wait, how do you know that the hadith is authentic or this hadith is not authentic? How do you know?
yeah, I will know because the hadith is not said by the prophet. And by the way, do you know what hadith mean when they say hadith? What
What's the
hadith
meaning of
mean?
hadith?
What is hadith?
I said the meaning.
I haven't heard you.
Sankofa.
Hello, Abdul. Can you hear me?
Sankofa, mami tata
Yeah,
kakra
yeah.
na
What
mimpe.
is hadith? What is hadith?
Me pacho Abdul Nyabotre na yema omo so nso nkasa akra na.
Afu e mo ba no ma pe we se miss bia no mo dey divert topic na da so no na
On set topic na davert. Ni nyina free ambassador of Allah. Ni
ambassador no
nyina
oba bia o fa no we se miss
ambassador
bia
of
no
Allah.
da
Oh, and that too.
very bad.
What
Sankofa.
topic?
Madabetti topic. Madabetti topic.
We
What
mo
is
say da
hadith?
pa
And
Inti inti
Bible and two.
hadith.
Blah blah blah.
Sankofa
No, no,
mebo. Sankofa
no.
meba.
Brother, no be a
Sankofa.
question. Tina,
yeah,
me
Mr. Dine
bisa.
pa me
Sankofa
say
meba.
that
Abdul.
mo say
Abdul. The hadith na
yeah.
hadith na we the buy no. No Quran na say no Quran. The Sankofa the buy no. Authentic and say authentic.
Hadith bang.
They can't want some topic no the buy no. Hadith no
Oh,
prove.
there will see a diverted
Ono
topic.
na dia wadi atumo. Grandpa, ono dia wadi atum se Muhammad ye kom.
Manji antum.
Asa wadi atum na asa wodi ntum.
No,
Abdullah me pacho.
no.
Sankofa.
You see,
Sermon.
you see, in Pacho, Sankofa, be just, the Braba Kuna catcher, so we a platform, but how the obey,
Abdul.
you
This
are
is
not
not long talk.
disputing that.
Abdul.
You can do
In
anything,
your long
but
talk.
my
Abdul,
question
this is not long
me
talk.
Pacho, Mami see.
Aha, Abdul,
Mami see.
Abdul, hadith, maybe so say hadith na sanko for the buy. Is it
And
authentic?
then I'm perceiving
Authentic and is it authentic?
Grandpa, what dia
Hadith, no.
making a submission ye.
Makan say this way Makan
Okay.
Sankofa earlier on Makan had this way that me see I'm not disputing this hadith in particular. Kasa na me kasa ye kasa na me ka assembly. Me hadith way man dispute say hadith way correct or not correct. Nyan sa na me ka. Me man can against that particular hadith. I didn't say that. I was explaining that hadith be waha. Sahihi ana enye sahihi. I mean authentic ana enye authentic. Nye particular hadith when America on.
So who duty say me ba be kan hadith bi na be prove me wrong say authentic and authentic.
No.
Why?
No.
You dia ya makin kasawi why? Makin kasawi wi ana ya sa ba so.
No, I'm not against your hadith that you brought. But me see me who person me who say hadith no authentic and enye authentic. No America. But I'm not saying the hadith is not authentic or it is authentic. Man kasa.
Entina men ko fa ne yi ni grade ni me kire wana.
Oh, but me afa bra.
Me pa cha ken kasa na men ko fa grade ni me no why.
Okay, Sankofa, me pese me kan bibi ka kutu e na me say no. Aya unkofo yi normal o mo sheda fa kwoti kwan bi so na topic na da board no say o mo ka topic na nipa educate nipa for kwoti kwan bia so na o mo dey divert topic no.
Mpacho, enye correct.
Abdul, you didn't nipa konin kasa.
No more kwoti kwan bia so na mo dey divert topic no. Normally I've so say omu say Christo ni bia ba na so o make claim make it we be hey then
omo chat ato na omo afa so na omo dey attack Christian no that means menti I say Sankofa aya mo ni nkomo na we no program na wo ye no e educate masses na pa me come asam so akakra metumi aka ne say Ghanaians hwe ade a Sankofa ye wo Sankofa nye prophet o but yeah ye wo akiri nyina o say woni da o hu say no Sankofa pese o ka bibi kire o man no Sasum we very dangerous papa disease nti marimi de kakra maka se obi anhwe no ho yi na de Sankofa ka no mu ba munya abuta na muntie momunye se bia o ka ne sa keke na o kɔ ne ba bi da bi sell message bi na o ka kire o man no nti mo mamoni nkɔ de o ka no Sankofa me respect o pa djuma wo ye no de ano odene but minimum sa wo ya dodo na et wo nsamase mi se na minnim de say na wo Korea no muto say me beto mu boase wo church nsem no na meet na no ma egu Korea no mu no ebia no odene mu Sankofa
ya
nti me
semo
ka metumi aka no me da se
Abdul hadith they are almost put to grade bia and to say it say hadith daif and say authentic and whatever and me de your friend say Arabic na beto o hwe da ha na ye grade hwe wa Hawaii ye grade no so you cannot choose it to be daif or to be authentic but aka asemo ye kan na me da say why na edru so grandpa
Yes. Amen. Hello, what menka?
me pa cha ete wonka Abdul me pa cha wote de na me kan Abdul
Abdul. Ambassador
Yeah,
swear. Okay,
yes.
me
Abdul.
pa cha hadith no ena makofa ba no omun grade no either say authentic or na say daif it has not been
Sankofa omu grade ya na da ase ho no.
side muslim no one never care no side muslim no one never care
Sem grade no.
Debbie,
Sahi.
any grade.
enye grade ni grade we ya no
Sahi
omo
mo
care
pa cho.
Any
grade we ya
grade.
no omo care but when ye grade
Any
no ye
grade.
enti on to me ka say
Ambassador.
enye
Ambassador.
Yes.
authentic and I say
Ambassador.
authentic
Ambassador.
Uh-huh.
Hadith na ewo ho no. The otro hadith no. On one grade and I say obi foforo na grade.
Yeah. Mukase hadith. Enuna Abdullah Ekayano. Che. Asem Islam hadith. Ye troye. Ansana the hadith will be graded as what? As sahih. That means authentic. Is been having a what? A chain of narratives or narrators.
So
It's not just like that
Ambassador,
talking.
you are trying to tell me that when you pick the hadith, they took the hadith and they decided to go and look for the chain of narrators, right?
Yes, okay. Yeah.
So they go to their house, they took the hadith and moving to house to search for the narrators
My
of the
brother, you
hadith.
are talking rubbish.
Oh.
Mpacho,
Ah,
what kind of question is that?
What kind of
What kind of
oh,
question is
Abdul,
that?
Abdul. Okay, how
Yeah,
do Abdul? Okay, wait. How do
be honest with
Abdul?
yourself.
Wait.
Be honest with
Abdul, wait.
yourself.
Abdul, wait. How did they know the change of the narrators? How did they know?
Look, I was telling you before to know the chain of narrators. Now, history can tell you that we are in Ghana, yeah? We know who is, let's say we are in this time, our president is John Dramani Mahama, isn't it? The one who he took over was Akufo-Addo. They all also have their, deputies, let's say vices and so forth. So people know each other, okay? If a president says something, then his his deputy took that information and give
Abdul,
it to another
Abdul,
You see
person.
how you are
Abdul.
battling yourself. You see how you are battling yourself. Just a simple question, grandpa.
I'm not
I said,
battling
we're
myself.
talking rubbish. But the same rubbish in I walk. I said, my grandpa can't, and yet the same thing happens. How can be so?
No, I mean I
The
make us
same
ask
thing I
them
walk
before.
about the vision.
I
Because
said
I
the
said, what
same
kind
thing
of rubbish?
before, similar thing before. And I will say, when I ask a question, and person me explain this question natural. Oh, person me explaining natural.
Or not
Yeah,
some
I'm
our
call obi.
client.
I'm on call obi
Actually,
fear ako authentic adiano. Yes, I'm be call obi fear ako authentic adiano.
and you nipa no,
Eh,
no
eh,
one I can. You said
look,
you said it in
adesua.
your previous comment. In your previous comment, you said it said. When I can when away can when away can when away can when. So if you want to know the truth, omo can say mo na wako check omo family ni say family ni ye na kwafo a omo can akora. So asema
Debi
grandpa kan ya
kura.
wo can say rubbish. Dia mo na wo can.
Debi kura mpacho.
Right,
Okay,
Sankofa, me drop it. Why? Maybe
into
later.
human.
Why? Me drop it. Why? Okay.
Sniper, bye bye.
Oh yeah, I'm in call. Yeah, I'm in
Kase,
call.
Chrim,
Oh yeah, I'm in call.
explain to us how did
Eh,
they know the chain of narrators? How
Alpha
did they know?
Edin Wave, me pa cha beba was why.
Sankofa Mate.
Abdul Chirime, Abdul explain.
Am say wanya call. O de e ma
Okay,
Alpha
Ambassador,
kasa
can you
oba na
explain?
na to aso. Alpha,
Okay.
Sankofa.
me pa cha obre mai.
Sankofa.
Michia
Oh, sorry.
Michia with you for you now.
Ye de oso.
Yeah, just.
Meme deɛ no sɛ wobɛgye ato mu deɛ a ɛyɛ off topic kakra ɛyɛ general wei bi a ɛha m'adwene fa ɛsom no ho
Okay,
ɛna
bisa na me
mepɛ
say
sɛ
bet me the topic e beba be no next time.
okay na mepɛ sɛ mebisa ambassador sɛ adɛn nti na ɔmobɔ mpaeɛ a ɔmofa sika aba no
Okay. Where you?
The question na
What?
bisa
Your
ma
question
no.
no nyina no.
me question no ebi toa so but mepɛ sɛ mete wei ase ansa
Yo. Sankofa dabe na obey sa topic no.
We busa question. Who are no ye the man wana?
Yes, yeah, in Anukakra.
Okay.
So, what time? نعمك
what
ليس
time
البر أن تولوا وجوهكم قبل المشرق والمغرب ولكن البر من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر. نعم سي. And yes, my catch them say we are Mpaibono say mu bompai mamia. Namutani mashrik, that means from the west or north or south or whatever. But it's to listen to my commandments. Listen to my commandment that I command you
That is
and
not the
obey.
question. That is not the
Excuse me.
question.
Or bisa say
Ambassador,
kaba
you have
kaba
problem.
or bisa say
Ambassador,
kaba or
Ambassador,
some
trust me,
you come here.
you have problem with answering questions. Oh.
Or say kaba waiva. And yeah,
He
is
said, why do you guys pray facing the Kaaba? That was the question.
it's a command of Allah. It's a command of
Simple.
Allah. Simple.
Simple.
okay
It's a command. It's a
Okay.
command. Finish.
okay nti
It's
no
a command.
allow me
We are not worshiping the Kaaba.
no mensa menka saa
Okay, thank you so much.
question
It's a
It's a
command. We
yeah.
obey. We obey.
okay
Finish.
nti my question no na
And
ebi da
Islam
say
start here mpo na nya carbon mpo kwana Muslim for face here.
me de
And
me
a command
Kaaba
simple as that.
ne time no ɛna me de ka nti wo de mo
Okay.
tie me main question we na
Yet you.
leading question
Afenyo
nti na
Marcus. Yet you. Who? Afenyo Marcus. Yet you. Who
nti
the
na
one that
question
Afenyo Marcus aha. Yanko.
na question ne sɛ adɛn nti na mo bɔ mpaeɛ a mo fa sika aba ɛna wama me ano yie sɛ ɛyɛ mo nyankopɔn no na ɛsɛ mo nyame no na ɛsɛ
Yes.
monyɛ ne saa
Yes.
nti no mutie nea ɔreka no
Yes.
me leading question ne nie sankofa mpakyɛ tie ne yie o
Take it outside. Take it outside.
mepakyɛw sisi a no kaaba no ɛyɛ saudi mpanyinfoɔ no na ɛhwɛ so anaa meboa nti no assuming sɛ saa saudi mpanyinfoɔ no a ɛhwɛ kaaba no so no convert kɔ another religion mefa sɛ ɔmo ayɛ convinced sɛ islam ɛnyɛ nokorɛ kwan no nti no It's your magic. Or
Mpacho,
magic to
point of
say.
correction. Mpacho. Sankofa,
Metie.
point of
Abdo metie.
correction. Kaba no. We say Saudi phone penny no Moshe Kaba. Kaba no. Just recently, say no Mosisa, the custodian of Kaba. Kaba no naka Nigeria House of War. Omo Moshe
Hey,
Kaba no
chairman.
for time of prophet. Omo no Moshe Kaba no. Enya
Abdo.
Saudi
Nigeria
penny.
for.
Abdo. Abdo.
Hey, Abdo.
Abdo.
Abdo. Abdo,
Mpacho
do ya
ubeti.
send no number.
Well,
Nyabocha, send a number na me man mumu.
men sending number more.
Me
Abdo.
mumu.
Ebia,
Na mo mumu.
Abdo.
Hey,
me
say
open
Nigeria for na
number,
hwe
men
ka
sending
ba so.
more.
Abdo. Abdo.
Mo de ntro twa ne de This is go via
Abdo
certificate
mpacho.
e wo
me say,
Islam.
me
Oh,
say.
Abdo.
me person me kasa
Nka
bebre.
ya no
No,
kure
no, no,
pa no
Sankofa,
no.
kure pa na de enipa be ko heaven a. Ka kremoni bia na you see heaven. Kremoni bia de or even Allah kura nko be ko bo nsam kum. Say no kure pa na de nipa ko heaven a. Enka even
Nigeria
Allah
for na
kura
hwe
nko be
ka
ko
ba.
bo nsam kum.
Hey,
oh,
ya asemo.
you see what
Hausa
Ab
for.
for say
Abdo.
Nigeria
Nigeria
for
for
ya
no
de ko
mutual
be
kaba.
kaba. Nigeria for ya
Because
de
me
ko be
person me
ko
Sankofa.
me
be
person me
kaba.
kasa make Uncle
Debbie.
Sankofa.
mutual kaba no. The origin,
Me
they
wo
are
me wo
black
question
people.
ma Abdul
Omuti
Sango.
esa
Saudi ho.
baby omo
Moma
de
me
Omuti
omo
tie me
Saudi
eni.
ho.
Yaba
And yes,
question.
yaba de
Omuti
twen.
Nigeria ba
Yaba de
ho.
twen.
Me dem a
No.
chop.
Yaba twen.
Kasa no
Moma
na
me
ma
me
trust na
question
me
no me
kasa
pa mo
Nigeria
cho.
for because then tia say and yes Saudi for no mutual kaba no.
Wo de
Omuti
me
ho.
pa cho. Wo
Yeah,
de
yeah, yeah,
mate.
yeah, Tikrom
Mate.
ha, yeah,
Mate.
British. Yeah,
Mate.
yeah,
Mate.
English. Oh, by a Tikrom ha.
Abdo mate.
Yate
Obi
wase
beside
yate.
Abdo
Rebecca say me a
Abdo
Ghana ni.
mate. Abdo
Oh,
mate. Mate. Man stress
uh-huh.
Abdo
na
yate
bibi
The
ase.
o.
Yate
American,
ase
no,
say
Mate.
Nigeria
Omo
for na
mutual
hwe so.
carbon to
Yate
that,
ase.
and black people they live in Saudi Arabia
Abdo
before.
Matias. Emma ne
Abdo.
yete tente.
Yate
Kasa
ase.
na edoso dodo. Now, Abdo, hwamu na ehwe ka aba no so sisia.
Saudi for no mutual carbon.
Abdo mpacho hwamu na ehwe ka aba no so
And
sisia
American,
ye
no,
kasa.
Saudi for no mutual carbon.
Okay. Nti my question ne say, saa Saudifoɔ na wɔhwɛ Kaaba no so no, saa mpanyinfoɔ na wɔhwɛ Kaaba no so no, assuming sɛ wɔn abɛgye ato mu sɛ anaasɛ wɔn anya conviction bi sɛ nkramosom no ɛnyɛ nokware som na mmom Buddha som ɛna ɛyɛ nokware som
No,
ɛna wɔn akɔnvɛte akɔ Buddhism.
yeah.
Nti si ano saa mpanyinfoɔ na ɛhwɛ Kaaba no so no na first wɔhwɛ Kaaba no so wɔn efi Islam sisi wɔn abɛyɛ Buddhist.
Uh-huh.
Ɛna wɔn decide sɛ wɔn bɛ destroy Kaaba no.
Uh-huh.
Na ɔmo atɛn ne baabi a na Kaaba no si no, ɔmo atɛn ne into a Buddhist temple.
Mm-hmm.
Sɛ saa asɛm wei si na ɔmo destroy Kaaba no ɛtɛn ne saa place no into a Buddhist temple a, where will Muslims face when they are praying?
We still face there.
Nti mo bɛ face Buddhist temple na abɔ
And your
mpaeɛ.
Buddhist na your face.
No, 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 no.
And your Buddhist na your face.
We are still going to face the direction of that
The direction.
command.
Reason why nti a mo face saa direction no ɛyɛ because Kaaba no si hɔ.
No, 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 no. It's a command.
It's a
What's that?
command.
Answer the question, the moon tells you, me say.
There be una
No,
question
no,
the
no,
crapo, you
no,
don't know
no,
what
no,
you're asking.
ambassador T assembly. Allah Eshem say move face a particular direction. Direction no also move face. That direction,
Na,
carbon is the question.
mean your what's a
Carbon
people in
car
Sikura, in
no,
Sida.
no. Me can't say basic a
Eh,
hypothetical
eh,
situation that maybe I
it's
mean
a,
can't say basic. Me say mo face Kaaba no ɛbɔ mpaeɛ because mo nyame ne se ɛno na ɛyɛ direction a mo face bɔ mpaeɛ ɛna mebisa sɛ sɛ sisi a na aba ne sɛ Kaaba ne ni wɔ biem saa place na abɛyɛ Buddhist temple a mo bɛ face here abɔ mpaeɛ.
you be face or
Very good. Sɛ mo bɛ face ɛhɔ abɔ mpaeɛ a me next question ne sɛ sɛ mokɔ hajj a ɛhefa na mobɛkɔ akɔ perform mo rituals no wɔ hajj wɔ since Kaaba ne ni wɔ biem na ɛhɔ ayɛ Buddhist temple sisi a.
o ankasa bisa o se na omoji no sa ntokwa beba na ntokwa mba.
There be me say a hypothetical question. A
Because o question
hypothetical
no
question and a me answer.
correct question nti enkoso
Sanko for me the man
enkoso
who be here. But that's it.
me da se
Grandpa,
enkoso kra.
grandpa, grandpa, yeah, that was it. Na sa u kan Quran, ansana u question we beba. Kokin kan sort of feel.
Onim say obi mu akwa asai demolish Kaaba no da. Munim sa mu osa history no.
Abdullah,
Who de wunim.
Abdullah,
Yeah.
beba. Ansana omudi omu symbol MPP for omu kukurudu for omu akọ ompese omu sei Kaaba na nyame ase omu nyina.
Yes.
Yes. Ma omu tiasi.
Yeah. So
Yes, kukurudu for omu symbol nu.
yeah.
Omu symbol nu.
Kaaba no time no po sa year no po na yawo
Central
ni Muhammad sallallahu alaihi
MPP. Mo
wasallam.
Nigeria ba MPP for so.
Yes.
Come on.
Somebody now, some